Batteries are charged.
That was a perfect opening.
Except it went live right after you said the funny thing, so now they'll never know what it was.
Did you hear me say weed batteries are charged?
I don't know.
I said weed batteries are charged.
Awesome.
My batteries for my weed are charged.
The batteries... Oh, your weed batteries. I see.
My weed is charged.
Yes, the batteries for his weed.
The batteries for my vaporizer, so the weed can get into my system and I can stop being an emotional shitbag.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's good. Do that.
My happy smoke, yeah. I've been in a terrible place for the last week, so. Actually, it's funny. The 3 days prior to today, I was perfectly fine. I was having a great fucking week, actually. Fucking Christ. Yeah. Hey, look! I have a sticker!
Ta-da! Guess what
Yeah.
Rosie and I went to see today.
Yay! oh, fucking Christ, that's hot.
And having being like a month after it opened, there was like only 6 people in the theater.
Jesus Christ!
What is your problem? Deal with your
the
shit.
batteries? No, the batteries have no outer coating, so I'm touching the hot metal that has been charged with electricity.
Hot-blooded.
Fucking Christ, it's hot.
God damn it!
No,
get a napkin or something.
Nope,
It's
I'm almost there.
tongs.
Hot.
Get some
Okay,
kindling.
they're over there.
for fuck's
They're
sake.
over there. They've got the caps on. They can be happy there. Ah, fuck.
All you needed was.
All you needed was love. Dun 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 dun.
All you need is love.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, finally went to see Guardians of the Galaxy. This was like the most fucking expensive movie day ever. Like, I can't believe how expensive food is now. It's ridiculous.
I never buy food.
Food costs almost as much as the tickets.
Actually,
And what's
here,
this
food costs
bullshit?
more than the ticket.
And what's this bullshit where the youth price for my 7-year-old is the same as me on a matinee, for fuck's sake? Like, come
14 Canadian dollars? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, 14
14 Canadian dollars. That's
To be
the same
fair,
fucking price as American theaters.
we did go to see the 3D version, so I expected to pay a little bit more. But come on, it should not be the same price for me and her. It's ridiculous. And then food, I got Rosie a small popcorn, which, you know, to be fair, their sizes are quite large now, so small is actually quite big. And a medium drink, and then she got a chocolate bar with that because it was a combo. And then I got a large popcorn and drink for me, and it came to like $26. And I didn't realize until after we had all our food and we were, you know, stuff. I looked up and there was a combo for 2 larges of popcorn and drink and 2 free like chocolate bars with it for basically the same price. It's like, well, thanks for upselling me on that, because that clearly would have been the better, you know, deal. So I was going to pay that much anyway, apparently, no matter what combination of things I did. But anyway, fuck it. The movie was awesome. Fucking awesome. I could definitely see why everybody loves it. I knew I was going to love it. I just knew, but I definitely loved it.
Did you promote this on Facebook?
Yes.
Awesome.
Let me see if I pressed enter.
Yes,
I pressed enter.
We have, I pissed off Webmaster Mike today.
Oh,
and
good
cornered
timing.
him. No, I cornered him and had him adjust the bot, so it's now troll-proof.
Oh, good. In what way?
No more
so
can he
they
use.
can't-
He can't use epset, ep-unset, ep-start.
Oh, okay.
He can't use auto voice. He can't turn it. Nothing important can he touch. He can still roll dice and pick random movies. I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah,
about
we don't
that.
care about that. I mean,
Exactly.
go ahead. Roll dice until you're blue in the face.
Exactly. The important shit was, you know, taken care of.
Exactly. Yeah.
While
you
he
don't
was
want-
raging at me and my dad.
Well, I mean,
Fuck, it's not working. Like, I'm sorry I asked.
it's like it's a fair request. I mean, we shouldn't have
It was-
mere mortals able to run operator commands. Like, come on. So good. Good.
I'm immortal?
Yes,
I'm
you're
immortal!
immortal.
I'm eating a Subway. So.
Hi,
Oh.
everybody. I was in the wrong window, and I was wondering why no one was voiced. Everybody's voiced. Okay.
Excellent. So I guess updates. I went kind of PSN crazy again this week because it had been a while. Hey, Halloween's coming up. I need horror games. So let's see. What did we get? So, horror games. Horror games. I got Destruction Derby on the PS1.
Dude,
That game scares the shit out of me.
do they have Destruction Derby 2?
No.
Fuck!
You can just look on PSN and see for yourself.
I don't have a PlayStation!
Do you have the internet?
I don't have my login. It's saved in my PlayStation.
Wow, you just suck on so many levels.
The
Okay.
problem is the email's attached to an email I don't have the password for, nor exists anymore, so I can't even update it.
You planned that ahead.
You fail.
Well done. Okay, so then I got Wipeout, the original Wipeout, and Future Cop LAPD. So, well,
great one.
yeah, it's good. I played it on PC a while back.
That is the last Strike game, in fact.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
It started out as Future Strike, and then turned into that.
Then for the PS2, they were having a big GTA sale this week, so I definitely took advantage of that. I basically got all the PS2 GTA games: GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories. So I have the disc versions of Vice City and San Andreas, so I got all the inserts for that. I don't really care so much about doing that for Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. I just want to play the games. And GTA 3, I might pick up the disc version at some point just to have the inserts.
I have all that on
as well.
I've never played any of the storylines for any of those.
Oh, you should totally play the storylines. They're awesome, especially Vice City. Actually, San Andreas has a pretty good story too. But
Omni loves our accents. I'll point that out. Omnibus in the chat.
Yeah. So anyway, so I got all the the ones that changed everything, basically the PS2 GTA games. In particular, I wanted to have them just so it's a little more convenient to play the PS2 ones. I do like the wireless controller. And total cost for all 5 of those games was about $16. So not too bad. Not too bad. They normally go for $10 each. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then add to some actual horror games. Got Fatal Frame 3 to complete the Fatal Frame collection there, and the original Siren. Now I actually do have the original Siren on disc, but this way I can actually play it on Twitch without too much difficulty, which would be nice. Then PS3. Speaking of Wipeout, finally bit the bullet and got the full version of Wipeout HD with the Wipeout Fury expansion and everything. I basically got the deluxe pack that had everything.
A lot of people don't know that Wipeout HD is the first true 1080p game on the PlayStation 3.
Yes, and I definitely want to play it on a massive screen at some point in my life before I die. Also, finally, this has been a long time coming, considering I downloaded the demo originally 4 years ago in 2010. Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus with all the add-ons, just loaded up, got the full deluxe package, and
well, it's about time.
Yes, I'm actually now a little overwhelmed by how many options there are in that game. It's just ridiculous how much stuff you can do in there. But yeah, so that's good. That's gonna be fun. And then let's see, what else did we get here? Oh, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, of course. You knew I was gonna get that one.
About fucking time. I mean, you've been talking about it for a little bit now. So
I got the complete collection with all the add-ons of Pure Chess, because Rosie's been taking a big interest in chess lately, so I thought it'd be a good way to help teach her and stuff, because it's a very simple, straightforward, gorgeous-looking chess game. Plus, it's got a special Halloween board, which was kind of cool. So it's got like pumpkins and skulls and zombies for the pieces and stuff, which is cool. It's not like Battle Chess where it's animated or anything like that. It's just straight up chess, just in gorgeous 3D graphics.
That's what taught me the basics of chess was fucking PC DOS Battle Chess.
Yes, me too, actually. Yeah, for me it was on the Amiga, but exact same game. Love that game. Then I figured I got the PS2 version. I really enjoyed the demo of this. Might as well get the full package. I got all 12 episodes of Siren Blood Curse. So
I've heard very mixed reviews about that. I've heard it's
Really?
an absolutely fantastic horror game, and some people say the controls flew them into a pit of rage and wanted to go kill a small furry animal.
Alright, what game?
What?
I missed the name.
Siren.
Oh, I have no.
Well, I'm sorry.
Aww. Oh, Pac-Man Championship Edition is so good! Probably one of the most intense games I've ever played in my entire life. I'm literally sitting there, and I had to play it during the day because I yell at it. I'm like, oh god! Oh my god! Like, imagine me doing that, but literally 15 octaves higher. I'm screaming, oh my god! Oh my god! The whole fucking time. It's so fucking intense for me.
Yeah, I really hope we get a version of Pac-Man for the Ouya because we just got Tetris Battle.
Tetris
Pac-Man
Battle.
follows suit.
Yeah, all the fucking add-ons really ruined Tetris Battle for Stout and me.
I'm glad that the Ouya version is based on
having-
Tetris Battle.
We were having a lot of fun with it, and then they added all these fucking cheats and bullshit and just ways that you could game it
perks.
and
Is that what
not
they call
actually play Tetris to beat
See,
the other person.
that's the exact same problem I have with modern first-person shooters. They added fucking perks, and it makes everyone godlike and not fun.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the whole reason I stopped playing was people figuring out a couple of tricks where they could just annihilate you in a few moves. So that was just stupid. I was like, okay, we're not playing Tetris anymore. You're just working this quirk of the system.
Have an agreement.
And then they had all the perks, which were just ridiculous, and again, just allow them to annihilate you. So anyway, so I got Siren Blood Curse. I played the demo a while back. I can't remember if I did a video of it or not, but I really enjoyed it, so been wanting to get the full game for a while. I actually found the controls of the original PS2 Siren to be really awkward, but I found that the PS3 remake, reboot, whatever, was actually a lot better.
Yeah, I played the demo a long time ago, and I honestly couldn't wrap my head around the controls initially. I was just bumbling everywhere. Things just didn't seem to be reacting when I pressed buttons.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of the genre too. I mean, survival horror games tend to have,
I originally called it Resident Evil controls done horribly.
Yeah, running is slightly faster than walking, and walking is slightly faster than crawling, but and you often have the most useless flashlight in the history of mankind.
With a beam of like 3 inches in front of your face.
That's right, yeah. And then finally picked up Ratchet Deadlocked, which is only available on PSN. They haven't released it on disc. I was curious if that was just going to be like the other PS2 games, just a straight port, or if it was going to be HD upgraded. It is HD upgraded.
Yep.
Except for the cinematics, obviously, because they're pre-rendered. But the actual game is HD upgraded. So, yeah. So now I just need to get the collection, the 3-game collection. I'll have all the PS2 games upgraded.
I need to go back and play through Ratchet & Clank.
I want to
get. Never done that.
At some point. Maybe my next big gaming run, because I think I've pretty much cleaned out the PSN store by this point, other than Pinball Arcade. Maybe my next big game run, I'll go on the Ratchet & Clank quest and just get every single Ratchet & Clank game ever. I think there's another one, Quest for Booty or something, that's only on PSN.
See, I like Ratchet & Clank more than I like Jak and Daxter, but I like both a lot.
I think Jak and Daxter has a way more in-depth story, but Ratchet & Clank is... and Ratchet & Clank is nowhere near as difficult, but Ratchet & Clank has way more humor.
And to me, better than all that is Sly Cooper, of course. But
really? You like Sly Cooper better than all of them?
I love Sly Cooper. Love it.
I have the new one.
Those.
The Sly Cooper, whatever, Thieves in Time or whatever
Thieves
it
in
is.
Time, yeah.
I haven't actually played it yet.
I played it. I played a little bit of it. Actually, Rosie plays those more than anything else. She alternates between them. When one frustrates her, she goes to the other one. She doesn't care about playing them in order.
At that age, it shouldn't matter.
No, but at some point I'd like to play through all of them too. I've played the first one all the way through. Played a chunk of the second one, pretty much none of the third one, and none of the fourth one. But loved the first one.
I used to have the first one, and I played like the first 2 levels and never touched it again for some reason.
I always really liked the just the style of the graphics in that. I mean, it really feels like you know, kind of a
very
comic
good
book.
cell shading.
Yeah. Yeah, really good cell shading. And I found it interesting. One of the extras you can unlock for, you know, playing through it is director's commentary for the levels. So you can listen to commentary about the making of the game while you're playing the game, relevant to whatever section you're in, which I thought was kind of cool.
Team Fortress 2 did that, and I thought it was pretty cool that
Yeah.
you could run around solo with like no enemies around, and you'll see like little bubbles flying around. You can just like run to an area and hit a button, and it'll tell you like about that area, or it'll tell you a snippet about the history of the game. And I thought that was cool.
Oh shit! Oh, damn it!
But yeah, I only have one game update for this week, but it is quite a doozy of an update. I snagged a new PS4 game over the last week or so.
There we are.
And a lot of you may know about this little hidden gem. But I've been playing through Destiny.
Ah, yes. Never heard of it. What's that?
So yes, I am currently a level 11 Warlock, almost level 12.
Yeah, well, I walked home the day of the midnight launch, and on one side of the parking lot there's a big EB Games, which is the Canadian version of GameStop, same company. On the other side of the parking lot is Future Shop. They were both having the midnight launch, so I just walked through a crowd of gamers.
Yeah. Destiny
Get out of my way, get out of my way.
Destiny is the biggest PS4 or just game launch this year.
I know. It's like, out of my way, out of my way. You know they're not going to run out of them. You don't really have to be here right now. Fucking hell.
Everyone wants to play it.
Like, I do the lazy
I want to be the first to play it. I know.
All those people that stand in line, I feel like I'm like somebody with like a secret answer to it. You know, I got this. It's
called Amazon.
It's called pre-ordering on Amazon, and they deliver it to your house the day of release.
There you go.
I had it. Okay, I didn't have it at midnight, but I had it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, a normal time.
Well, I presumably got a good night's sleep the night before.
Yeah, I got a good night's sleep. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't even have to leave my fucking house.
So you could actually enjoy it.
Yes.
Strange Guy asked if any of us are getting the GTA 5 for PS4. Actually, Strange Guy, Stout, Garbage, and I are all getting them for the PC. I think Garbage is also getting for the PS4
as well.
Yeah.
I'm getting 2 copies of GTA 5. PC one in January, and in November I'm stacking the PS4 version.
Jail's asking if there's any good PS4 games out. Right now he only has Knack. And I guess what's Knack?
Okay. Pretty much I filter through and grab what I believe is the best games on the system. So here we go. First one, obviously, is Destiny.
Destiny, obviously.
Destiny's a good one to get. Think of massively multiplayer online Halo, and that's pretty fucking awesome.
It looks really good from the... Oh, hold on. Stout has one he recommends. Infamous Second Son.
Infamous Second Son is a good one. I have not played it personally, but he can
I still have to play more than just the first Infamous. I really enjoyed the first one a lot.
You need to play 2 and 3.
Yes.
Next good one is Killzone Shadowfall.
There's a new Killzone? Fucking hell, how did I not know about that?
Killzone Shadowfall. There's a launch title.
Oh, you know what? No, I did know about that. I just didn't know it was out already.
Yeah, it was a launch title.
Yeah.
The next one is Watch Dogs.
I gotta
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs is a very good game.
You need to get the Killzone Trilogy collection.
This is an HD, one of the first HD upgrades from the PS3 to the PS4. Complete edition of Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends.
Oh, interesting.
If you're a fan of Dynasty Warriors, this is the game to get.
Nasty.
And then you already have Knack, obviously. So.
Knack.
Knack is an absolutely fantastic game. If you are a fan of Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, or just big one, Crash Bandicoot, this is your game. It's an HD version of those.
Nice.
And it made me ill. It made me ill when people said that they didn't like Knack because it was like Crash Bandicoot. It was like HD Crash Bandicoot. I'm like, what's the fucking problem in that?
And how is that a bad thing?
How is that a bad thing?
Rod says the new Killzone isn't that good, though.
Have you played the last Killzones? This plays exactly like that one.
Yeah.
If you don't like Killzone, you won't like this. So.
Yeah, I've played. I still haven't played the third one because I don't have it yet. Basically, what I'm planning to do is pick up the trilogy collection that has the HD upgraded version of the first one, and then just play through all three. Really enjoyed 1 and 2, though.
I got a bunch of pickups this week because it was my birthday, and all the packages came in except for one because it came into the store. Am I selected yet? Am I selected?
Yes, you're selected.
Yay! So I got the Fernando de Leo Italian Crime Collection, Volume 2.
Oh, yeah. Remember you telling me about that.
I picked up a trilogy of Enzo G. Castellari films.
You froze it. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Who you might know was the one who directed the original Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay.
These are 3 of his Italian crime films. And then I picked up Cult Movie Marathon from Shout Factory 4-pack with The Devil's 8, Invasion of the Bee-Girls, Unholy Rollers, and Vicious Lips.
Awesome.
And I picked up... Alright, these are things I bought. This is the stuff I'm talking about right here.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up the 4 action movie marathon, also from Shout Factory. I Escaped from Devil's Island, Final Option, Shake Hands with the Devil, and the movie I actually wanted from this pack, Treasure of the Four Crowns, which is the Indiana Jones ripoff.
Oh, I remember that one. That was originally in 3D.
Yes, it was, my friend.
I completely forgot about that one.
There's no poster for this there. No, there isn't. Normally there's a poster inside. And then I bought the only Tobe Hooper film I don't own, which is Eaten Alive. It's part of that trilogy of fucked up families thing I'm writing that paper on. 2-disc release from a few years ago, and this is the single disc release from almost 10 years ago. There was a fraudulent listing on Amazon.
Oh.
And Amazon, the only thing they were willing to do was give me $3 back.
Awesome.
Fuck you, Amazon. Suck my cock. I'll buy something from you when I'm done being angry at you.
Yeah, totally.
I got random CD of a band I actually like.
Some Nights.
It's Some Nights by a band called Fun.
Okay.
It's just really fun. It's really fun music, oddly enough. I got Dean Koontz's Odd Thomas, which there's a movie now. I got John Scalzi's Old Man's War, which is very angry game, very Starship Troopers. You would love this, Sean.
Nice. Old Man's War. So, is it a series or is it just one book?
Yes, it's the first of like 6 books.
Okay.
2 trilogies.
Old Man's War. Cool.
I'll send you a link later if you want. There's this you would love, and then you left because it's fucking 9:30.
When you hold up that other item, show the box too if it's nearby.
No, the box isn't.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I love it when it practices and we're barely half an hour in. Awesome.
Anyway,
sorry.
So,
Old Man's Game, awesome, blah, blah.
This you'll love. Red Shirts.
Oh, another one. Same author.
Yes. Okay. This is a hilarious book about... It's kind of like Galaxy Quest and Star Trek.
Yeah.
Smashed together and hilarious. This is so fucking funny. Cool. And the creme de la creme, I got gifted an Ouya, actually.
Oh, there we go. Hold on, you're frozen again. There we go. Okay. Awesome.
So I got an Ouya.
Yay.
Cool. I can't play it yet, but maybe around Christmas I will be able to. We don't know.
Why can't you play it yet?
I don't have a TV.
Oh.
It's kind of hard to play.
You can hook it up in the living room.
I'm going to hook it up and set it up, but I mean, I can't play it on a regular basis or whatever.
So, let's see, I ordered a few things through Amazon as well. I still have to put off the Halloween set, sadly, because I had enough for 1 order, not 2. I had it pre-ordered, but I had to cancel the pre-order. So I'll pre-order it again. I'll probably pre-order it after it's released. There we go. That's what we'll do. But so what I do have coming is volumes 6 and 7 of Transformers Classics. So that'll wrap up the Transformers Classics collection. And volume 1 of G.I. Joe and the Transformers, which basically has the last of the last few original Marvel comics in it. So basically between that and the 7 volumes of Transformers Classics is the complete American comics run of the original Transformers comics. That's pretty cool. Including Headmasters, actually. Headmasters is in the 7th volume. They even included the original movie adaptation in the 7th volume, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was originally done as a 3-issue adaptation. And a pretty good one, too, as I recall. But, and what else? I got one other thing. Oh, the complete series of Batman Beyond.
Nice.
Because if you go
What's
on Amazon...
that show?
If you go on Amazon, it's going for like $30 right now.
Yep.
So I was like, $30 for the full series? Yes. I'll get that before they change their minds.
Amazon, Batman. Yeah.
I got
Come on.
myself. I got stuff from Mill Creek in particular.
Oh.
Still pretty good
Set
price,
up with them
actually.
again.
What?
It's still what?
Continue, Justin.
What's...
I got stuff from Mill Creek.
Cool.
I did
What'd
too.
you get?
Kroll.
Oh, god damn it. I looked for that today. It is not here. Anywhere.
Check the fucking Walmart.
Bargain bin.
$7.
I went through Walmart with a fine-tooth comb. I did not see Krull there anywhere.
Well, anyway.
Everybody, I think, who the fuck was it? Ryan, I think. Ryan Chataway got it as well.
It looks really fucking good, too.
I'm sure it does.
There are some... put it this way. There are some things where the years have not been kind to the special effects.
Well, yes.
Obviously, the green screen.
Yes. Well, we don't notice that watching the DVD.
Yeah.
The one on
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
But at the same time, like the shots where you see the mountains in the background and everything, gorgeous! Fucking magnificent, beautiful, grainy gorgeousness!
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure the massive sets, too. They had really big sets for that.
Yeah, oh, it's 2.41, by the way. So,
As it should be.
That's
Awesome.
right.
I got this. I know what you did last summer.
Know what you did last summer.
Also cropped to 2.4.
Hard. Nobody cares. Yes, all these apparently were cropped to 2.4.
Or
Wait a minute.
uncropped.
Cropped? Or, no, that's the
They
correct
didn't shoot-
aspect.
Yeah,
No,
they
the
didn't
correct
shoot
aspect
this.
ratio is 2.35. At 2.40, they're basically leaving off the ever so slight black bars that are present on the negative. Or not present on the negative, they're just...
2.4.
Okay.
I can tell you that right now. It's a fucking comedy. Okay?
All right. Well, the other thing is sometimes they'll say 2.35, but it's
Yeah.
actually 2.4, 2.41.
I can confirm with Kroll because I could see
Yeah.
for myself rather big black bars there.
Yeah,
Yes, it is 2.4.
yeah.
Absolutely.
These two, I don't know. They just say 2.4 on the back.
I know
Well,
for a
they may
fact,
be.
I know what you do. I know what you did was shot in 2.35,
It may be, yeah.
which means it's the uncropped negative being
I also got this.
not a big deal.
Panic Room.
Panic Room on
Yay.
DVD?
Well, they didn't have it on Blu-ray.
Oh.
Which
Well, the
they should
DVD
have, but
The DVD is super bit. At least it should be.
um,
You should see that on the back here somewhere.
I just found this out after watching it recently with Brandon. It's directed by David Fincher. I had no fucking
Really?
It's also really
I didn't
fucking
know that either.
And then finally, we can finally start watching this, Sean. I know
Mm.
Eric wants to.
Yes.
Soap seasons 1 and 2.
So,
He sounds
Well,
so excited to hear
so-
that.
I'm
see, I need to reacquire that because I sold my season sets.
well, now you know it's on Mill Creek, and you can get that for $5 to $10.
Well, there you go. Yeah, do not get the complete series set that Sony put out a few years back. It's on one of those cheap-ass spindles with all the discs stacked on top of each other. So yeah, get the original season sets or the Mill Creek re-releases.
Yeah, hold on. Actually, let me show exactly what season sets you should get.
Actually, I'm curious to know if the Eric would probably need to hear that.
But yeah, I'm interested in checking out Soap finally, and of course those are review copies, so I will be reviewing them for Geeky.
Yeah, if you don't want to go through Mill Creek, these are the individual sets you want to get.
I was just going to say before you left, I know that there's a few episodes here and there on those sets where they use the cut-down syndicated versions for whatever reason. Most of them are the uncut network versions, but some of them are the syndicated versions. So I'm curious to know if Mill Creek has gone with the full network versions for all of them or not, because I know in some cases they've done that. For example, with Married with Children, they actually got the original theme song on the Mill Creek versions, but the original releases had a cover version of it or something. Yeah. But yeah.
Didn't say anything to that effect.
Like I said, these discs, they are single, but they are stacked as well, but it's not as bad. It's like
really?
Two discs.
You have the keep case versions. You don't have like the boxed versions.
Yeah, Sean, you were talking about don't get the complete series because it's all stacked.
Yeah.
That's why.
Stacked? I don't think they come unstacked.
Yeah, but see, that's Mill Creek. That's okay. No. If you got the original release of the season sets, it was in a digipack, like in a slipcase digipack.
Yeah. And confirm, have sold them to people.
Yeah. And I used to own all 4 seasons. Got partway into season 3 and then sold them. Like, Benson's gone. Fuck this. Beauty.
This for Brandon too. He's gonna review this Blue Thunder.
That's right, motherfucker.
Oh, Blue Thunder. There's a complete series set of the short-lived TV series out there somewhere too.
Oh, really? I've never seen the TV show, actually. I've only seen the movie. I don't know, VHS. I've copied from TV before.
Airwolf lasted longer. The ultimate Hershey's chocolate chip cookie.
With like 3 bites out of it, but still.
Yeah, so big you have to cut it like a pie.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Thank you, Pizza Hut.
I want
Thank
that.
you for this gift upon the world.
Cookie. Cookie.
So,
Ooh, nay.
nothing really overexciting has been happening in the gaming world lately. So,
Well, except for Gamersgate, but
Oh,
Gamergate.
Yeah,
Gamers are so done. No.
gamers are over.
Not really.
No, seeing as actually we're kind of taking over this industry in a way.
Well, yeah, I mean, the video game industry is...
The
bigger
gamer's
than ever.
voice has never been stronger now than in the history of video games.
Correct.
So, yeah, gamers are not over or done with, or whatever retarded statement you want to make.
No.
Actually, they have been more prevalent. Our influence and our opinions on the way we want games to be made is now pretty well respected.
I'm gonna go smoke, and then let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
That's not, since I haven't seen it.
Alright, kids. Earmuffs. If you want to take your headphones off, I can message you or whatever when we're done.
Oh, I don't want to just sit here and blank nothing while you guys talk for a fucking hour about some movie I haven't seen. Why don't I just not be here? That's that kind of thing. How about we not talk about spoilers or the movie until everybody's seen it? Kind of what we do with every other movie. So.
Well, you should see it.
Say it! I know you can't, but say it anyway!
Brandon,
Illegally.
Have you?
Illegal.
Brandon? No, you did see it. You did.
Yeah!
Okay.
It was 3D. The week after release shows there won't be so many people. And there's still a full theater.
Well, of course. You were a fool to think there wouldn't be. You fool! So I really like the part in Guardians of the Galaxy where everybody dies.
Yeah, especially that part where Vin Diesel came and like played himself. That was pretty interesting. I didn't know he was going to be a cameo in a movie that he starred in too.
I like it when Pitch Black makes an appearance.
Pitch Black.
I was like, what?
Nobody knows him as that anymore. They know him as Riddick.
It was Riddick. It was that dumpy guy from Parks and Rec, that WWE guy, and that chick that nobody can remember.
What do you mean Parks and Rec? He wasn't in Parks and Rec.
Chris Pratt?
We're not talking about Chris Pratt. We're talking about Vin Diesel.
I just talked about everybody in the cast, dumbass. Pay attention.
Oh, you're saying as well as?
Yes.
Pay attention. You had shit in your mouth. I can understand what the fuck.
There's Riddick, that dumpy guy from Parks and Rec, that WWE dude, that guy from The Hangover without the tits, and that other chick that no one fucking remembers. Lou Dalgama, or whatever her name is.
Spock is in the movie?
Spock is in the movie? Is that what we just said? Oh, Jesus, sorry.
Spoiler, people. Spock is in the movie.
Gordian Knots of the Galaxy. Very nice, man. Very nice.
I
remember Gordian Knot. Is that a piece of software still existing?
I'm surprised this isn't going for a lot more money. That link you sent earlier, Brandon.
Which one?
The Orson Welles signed letter.
Oh, it's got a reserve of $2,000. I know the person who put it up. So.
He does realize that it's not going to hit that. Just so you know, that other stuff down below that's probably rarer is only selling for about $400 or $500.
What is it?
Oh, Jesus!
It is a response letter to the public outcry and sheer terror that the original debut of the War of the Worlds on the radio caused. I don't know if you know that story about when the original broadcast for the War of the Worlds. Everyone thought it was actually happening, that there really was aliens coming down and invading everybody. This was a response letter by Orson Welles saying that, I'm sorry that it caused all this mass chaos, that and due to the copyright, we don't actually have the right to send you the script or change anything. And I do hope you accept our sincerest apologies.
He did an on-air apology as well.
But,
I said this with Brandon.
Yeah,
I was just going to say he did an on-air apology at the end of the actual broadcast as well, once word got to him of all the chaos it was causing.
My friend actually has a piece of a letter written by Orson to the studio head about the panic that happened.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty much just apologizing and saying that due to copyright we can't change it or send you the script to show that it's fake.
Listen, I'm sorry that I'm so awesome.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Fuck you.
All right. Last little bit of show and tell here. I completely forgot that this came out last month, and managed to find one copy left at HMV with the slipcover, thankfully. Transformers Cybertron. So now I've got the complete Unicron trilogy in its entirety. Almost 150 episodes for the whole run there.
They really stretched that story.
It's It's gonna be a long haul for that one, but and then this one I've been wanting to get for a while, but kept putting off because I kept not finding it with the slipcover. Found it with the slipcover today. The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition.
Yay!
There we go.
Nice.
So this is the one that has it all strung together into one massive 150-minute movie, or 148 minutes for perfectionists. Basically got this to have the movie version, obviously, but also because it has some additional extras that aren't on the two-part edition. And then, of course, getting that, I had to get the latest entry in the DC Animated Universe saga, Assault on Arkham. So, here we go.
I want to see that.
So I'm going to check that one out. Which apparently has, I believe it has Kevin Conroy as Batman again.
It does, indeed.
A lot of people. I know there's some viewers who say they refuse to watch any animated version of Batman that is not voiced by Kevin Conroy. And, well, that's very silly of those people because they're missing out on some great Batman movies.
I love the Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns is fantastic. Batman Year One is fantastic. Under the Red Hood is fantastic. Yeah, all great stuff. And finally, found this at HMV. There's a few others that came up. Well, I think my last video actually was talking about this. God, it's been that long since I've done a video. But found this and one of the other ones at HMV today. Was going to get both of them. Decided just to get this one because I'm a little short on funds after all my splurging and bill paying. So picked this one up for Rosie and I to enjoy together. The complete Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. For anyone
all the way through.
And for anyone wondering, it is put onto 2 discs. So you got 2 Blu-rays there, which is fine. So you got 1 double feature, 1 single feature. So there you go. And the only features on here are trailers, but it does include both the English and Japanese audio tracks for all 3 of them. So very cool. And the only time thus far that Rebirth of Mothra 3 has ever been available here.
Indeed.
And the first time, the first time all 3 have been available on Blu-ray. So very nice. And that's it. There you go. That's basically it for me, and the rest is stuff I'm waiting for to arrive in the mail, which I'll show you when it gets here.
Well, The Sims 4 got a predictably negative release. Yeah. Well, we kind of had a feeling that they were going to release it like this. They were going to release it for $60, regular retail.
Mm-hmm.
Take away all the features that they perfected in Sims 3 and resell them back to you.
Awesome. DLC for the win. If there's a buck to be made, we'll gouge you for it.
That seems to be the way that they're doing things overall at EA now. Just like
pretty sick.
With every single game they release, they're like, let's release the alpha version and then just, complete the game at some point.
Yeah.
Well, see,
okay, get this. In The Sims 3, actually, this has kind of been a trend with all the Sims games. Up until, I think it was The Sims 2, they introduced that you could go into the pool and go swimming.
Yes.
Right. And as like a basic feature. Sims 3, they took it out for some reason and then added it back in later.
Yeah, I know the
Sims
PS3
4,
version has pools.
Yeah, the Sims 4 did it again. They took out all forms. They didn't even put in swimming pools. You can make a hole in the ground and put water in it. and make ponds and shit like that, but you can't actually put a swimming pool.
I thought I saw LGR's review. He made a swimming pool.
No, he made a hole in the ground, a square hole in the ground, and made
Are you
a fountain.
serious? That's what that was?
And filled it with water.
Oh, God.
EA's gotten so bad that the NHL 15, now I know none of us give a shit about sports games, but this is just another game which they fucked over. They basically said, we're revamping the system, so we removed all the extra features. It's just this game now. We're going to work on the rest of the features later because we're working on a new engine. How about this? Make the game, release the game, don't give it to me piecemeal, you jack-offs.
Yeah.
People like that want season mode, create a character, fucking online season, multiplayer, like, exhibition. You can't do any of this shit. The only season mode's online. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Some of us don't want to play online with our games.
The only thing right now...
No couch multiplayer! Fucking kidding me? Sorry.
The only thing that's
totally
given the NFL game any kind of press lately is, one is that, and two is that hilarious glitch that gives you what EA and
NHL, not NFL.
Oh, NHL? Well,
yeah,
NFL
sorry.
as well. Is they've dubbed it the Tiny Titan. And it's literally this glitch that when your custom character loads into the game, he's like this big. So it's just like,
I've seen the video.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
the video is fucking hilarious. It's like all these big football players. You see, little tiny guy.
So basically, they made Space Jam the game.
Oh my God!
You play as Bugs Bunny.
I was looking at some bios on actors on IMDb, and you know what I fucking ran across? First off, I ran across Space Jam 2. And he was like, oh, okay, it's on IMDb, you know, a lot of movies show up and disappear. No. It said Space Jam 2 completed.
What?
That means it's been
it's
filmed.
new. It's a new movie.
Yeah,
I think I heard something, like, just a brief little news blurb about that a while ago, that they were talking about doing a sequel. I didn't know it was actually in the works, though.
It's apparently already been filmed, and it's ready for a 2016 release, so that means this next year is going to go into editing.
So probably doing all the animation stuff, that's what's going to take another year.
Yeah.
But,
so yeah,
because I know the original has become something like this big cult favorite, so I'm not surprised if they would try to cash in on it.
Stout won't shut up about the fucking theme song.
Arguably the soundtrack is more popular than the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, it was Sims 4. I've seen videos of the mutant babies.
Oh God.
Like giving birth to demon spawn.
That's a hilarious thing that happened in Sims 3.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you create like this. You purposely glitch out your main adult character, so he looks real funky and weird. Then you get him to procreate.
Yeah.
And he makes this demon thing that keeps changing sizes and.
Well, apparently in Sims 4 that's a thing too. Is like they're just it's like an ongoing glitch. There's a lot of videos of Let's Plays or people are she's having the baby now, and then looks.
Oh my God! What the fuck
looks of pure horror when they see what she spawns.
From what I understand on
what the hell was that?
What is actually happening is the game thinks that your baby, when it's walking around and interacting with things, that it's a full-grown adult. So in those moments where it needs to animate, it'll throw in the bone structure. For me, who's done animation, that's actually a term. They'll throw in the bone structure and the bone model of an adult character. So that's where you get like this weird, stretchy demon spawn thing.
The video that I saw was when the sim actually gave birth to the baby, so she was just holding it. And it had like eyes that were on like eye stalks sticking out of its head, and like big long fingernails that were like 5 times too long, and like the look on the face of the guy who was playing was just like like he just had no words. He was like.
If you guys want to see really good examples of that, go onto YouTube and look up Vine Sauce and look at his Sims videos. He does a lot of purposely making like fucked up versions of Mario and Luigi and forcing them to have sex and have babies. Creating these like weird demon spawn Mario Luigi combo.
So what I was going to say, like regarding EA gouging you for DLC and everything, a lot of the PSN games I bought lately are indie games and such, and completely the opposite, where it's like, here for $15 get the game and the bonus game that ties into it and all the DLC. There you go, enjoy.
Yeah. Like, indie still holds true to the whole model is they give you for a little bit of money. They give you the base game that allows you to play it, enjoy the story, and complete the game fully. And then if you want to play it like with extra characters, or you want to play a couple bonus missions, or you want to or something like that, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Companies like EA where I think Mass Effect was a bad one initially, where they had like plot critical missions were DLC only. So if you actually wanted to get the whole story, they had to buy the DLC, and that's fucking bullshit. When they force you to get DLC, because then you won't. There'll be sections of the game you won't understand because those were DLC missions.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck your couch, and fuck every single couch at EA.
Well, I remember, the only reason I got all the DLC for Dead Space 3, for example, was because one of my viewers graciously gifted it to me. Otherwise, I would never have bought it. Like $5 just for the bot to talk, or $5 for it to retrieve.
Which I wish I could turn off after about an hour.
I know.
Like, shut the fuck up!
Oh my god.
Shut up!
Ironically, the best form of DLC I've seen in recent years is ironically Nintendo's first attempt at DLC. They did it right. Yeah. It's the new Mario Kart game. They have a new DLC that's coming out. Now I don't know the exact numbers. I think it's $7 each for the two DLC packs, or $12 for both. Yeah. And you get them as they get released. Right. You just pay up front and you get them as they come out. But the packs together comes with like 16 tracks and like 15 different characters. Some of them are like palette swaps, or you get bulks, like you get a bunch
some of them are full
models. Some are model swaps and stuff like that, but you get like...
No, some are actually new characters.
Yeah. I was just going to get to that. Some are full-blown new characters. Like you get a bunch of Animal Crossing characters. You can play as Zelda and Link. Yeah. You can play as Captain Falcon, and you can even... One of the vehicles is the Blue Falcon from F-Zero. Okay. And it's just all this different stuff. You get all this, and it's for $12 total. That's pretty cool. That is how you do DLC.
And the reason that works as well as it does, and that it's legitimate, is because the game itself is a full game. I've played it. Mario Kart 8, it has plenty of tracks. It has
Mario Kart 8 was released with not with DLC in mind.
Yeah, and then they just added it to there.
I believe that's still what they...
There are so many tracks in like the history of the Mario Kart franchise that they can easily do that. They can do a track pack. They can do, and characters as well. They can do character editions. They can do all that stuff, and not have it be like, well, why didn't you add this before? Like,
not announcing DLC before the fucking game comes out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Smash Brothers. They've already confirmed that there will be DLC for Smash Brothers as they get more licenses for other third-party characters. Oh! We already Pac-Man and fucking Mega Man are in that. I'm like, sold, buying it.
I guess what else have we been asking for? I guess this new Smash Brothers kind of hits every mark.
Yeah.
Every Nintendo mark. What else third party?
System seller. I'm buying the bundle. That's the
reality.
What
would be hilarious? Since this game recently became an exclusive for the Wii U, I have a feeling that we're gonna see Bayonetta as a playable character on Smash Brothers.
That's kind of like a lame character, but whatever, that's fine.
We got Solid Snake on there, so it's not.
And I don't think he fits either. To be fair, I'm not.
I'm just saying he's there, so it's plausible that we could have another humanoid character like Bayonetta or someone like that.
I want like Mr. Driller from Mr. Driller, and I want fucking Hori from Dig Dug. I want Dig Dug, goddammit.
I want original 8 and 16-bit versions of certain characters.
Well,
I want 8 and 16-bit Mario, and I want 8.
That was one of the Mario. That was one of the add-ons I got for Pac-Man Championship Edition. Was the Dig Dug
I saw,
level? Yeah.
I need to get that add-on still. I have it on PC, but
yeah, there's two. There's a Dig Dug one that makes the whole map look like Dig Dug, and all the characters look like Dig Dug characters. And then there's a Rally X one as well, which makes it look like a racetrack, and everything looks like cars.
That's the other character that's been confirmed for Smash Brothers, the Duck Hunt Dog.
You can now beat the shit out of the Duck Hunt Dog. There you go.
Literally. And you can rob the robot to do it, just if you want,
Finally.
You could take Samus, charge up her blaster, and just blow the head off the Duck Hunt dog.
There you go.
Oh yeah, why isn't Simon Belmont? That's who needs to be in.
Oh, there you go.
Simon and Richter Belmont need to
Belmont.
be in
Dracula?
Alucard.
Alucard?
Maybe not Dracula, but Alucard for sure.
Fuck.
Alucard.
Okay, I can even have Alucard and have his smash attack just have death come out.
Hydro Storm!
Hydro Storm! Oh, yeah,
we love you.
His fucking death comes out and shit. And you're like, oh fuck! Like freaking out, you know? Like,
They could legitimately do a Street Fighter / Mortal Kombat crossover.
It's not out of the question.
Anything
Since, it's Capcom and they do have Mega Man, so it's not out of the woods to have like Ryu, Ken, or Guile. Or...
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would happen. That's probably pretty.
I mean, they got the Punch Out guy.
Hey, if Sonic
Punch
and
Out guy's their own
Mario
character though.
can be in the same game
Little
together, anything is possible.
I didn't say it was impossible. I said it's not likely. There's a difference.
Oh, I know.
That's
Just highly,
it.
highly improbable.
Yeah, it's very improbable. Yeah.
So
Very
Rosie
good. Sorry.
loved Guardians of the Galaxy. She had an absolute blast. Right from the previews, because one of the previews was for the new Hobbit movie, so she was really stoked about that. But she absolutely loved Guardians of the Galaxy. She had such a fun time. She pretty much almost stood up and cheered when Thanos showed up, just for his.
Really?
Yeah, when he turned around in his chair, she was like, "Yes!" Like, you know who Thanos
Oh,
is?
it's so cute.
And she was like, "Yeah, he's in my show." It's like, "Oh right, he's in Superhero Squad because she's been watching Superhero Squad."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's one of the main
Based on the
villains in
Infinity series, essentially. Yeah.
That's right. They're looking in the Superhero Squad. They're looking for the Infinity Sword instead of the Infinity Gauntlet. So it's really based on that. But yeah, so she was just so stoked to see Thanos in it. And then really liked Rocket Raccoon. She really liked Groot actually. And she said
plot points or story.
At one point she what?
I haven't seen it yet. So.
God damn it!
I'm sorry, I have not seen it yet.
I thought I was literally the last person on Earth.
No, I don't go to movie theaters.
No,
I don't have.
But there's certain movies you need to see in the theater, and that's one of them.
Sorry, I can't spare the money.
Neither could I. I went anyway. But
I'm sorry, mine are in medical costs. So what's your?
He literally can't.
Okay.
He literally can't.
Anyway, we saw it and it was fun. We had a good time. It was wonderful. There was a couple guys sitting in front of us who had clearly seen it several times and were a little bit talky, but they were actually pretty, not in an annoying way, they were just geeky. So they were just talking about stuff that I would probably be talking about if I was a little more well-versed in the backstory. But,
so me, essentially, you're sitting next to me.
The what? Sorry, what?
Eric,
Hello? What?
Oh, I'm glad I've only ever experienced that once.
Yeah.
But I can be like that if I'm with somebody and there's no one else in the theater and we've both seen the movie. That's about it.
Yeah, everyone was quite delighted whenever Rosie would start busting a gut laughing about something. Yeah. And I guess I can't say anything else because certain people haven't seen the movie yet. So
there's a few people in the chat who haven't either.
That was fun. Well, at least I can take some solace in knowing I wasn't the last person on Earth to see it.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, the only reason I saw movies like Pacific Rim is because my brother-in-law offered to pay up for it. So.
The post, luckily the post-credit scene was already spoiled for me because those self-same geeky teenagers, when I went out to have my pre-show smoke, were like, "Oh yeah, stay after the ending credits because this happens." I'm like, I will say nothing because that
Now
was
I
already
don't
spoiled
have
to
to.
me
It's
before.
like, now when I come back, I put my cigarette out in your ear.
It's like, okay.
No, like, I would have said, and now I don't have to see it. Thanks.
And it's like, haven't seen it yet, about to see it in 5 minutes. Can you please not spoil it for me? Thanks.
I would have just been like...
Don't worry, Sean. I already spoiled that for you.
So,
I guess you just
you should do
forgot.
what I do and perhaps watch it elsewhere in
I
preparation
need
for
to load
some
up.
video
All I'm going to
release,
say is I need to reset up XBMC. That's how I used to see a lot of these, you know.
Popcorn time, too.
Yeah, well, I tried that one and I never got it to work smoothly. It would run for like a minute and then it'd buffer for like a half an hour. I was like, fuck this.
So, like, recently? Because me and Stout have been using it to watch movies, so...
Yeah, I couldn't get a
Recently,
single movie to work.
I'm sure the Blu-ray will be out
Might be something with your.
before too long. I mean, the new Captain America just came out, and that was what, like late spring, early summer.
Yeah. They're starting to release movies a lot earlier now,
Yes, they are.
which is a good thing.
Well, and they've been talking about releasing them concurrently on. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the trailer. You can pre-order the streaming version on Amazon. Great. Doesn't help now.
That is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Really
And
want to.
nowadays, with money constraints, it's literally I have to wait until either one of you guys buys it and sends me an ultraviolet copy, or or I can.
Which we don't do because that's very against the rules of ultraviolet, but, you know.
So,
I don't give a shit, honestly.
you hear that ultraviolet? We don't give a shit.
I've
X-Men.
been giving a lot of my digital copies to the rent.
X-Men Days of Future Past is coming out October 14th. I'll be buying that immediately because I
have
totally missed it.
two X-Men movies. I need to watch this again.
Well, Transformers Age of Extinction is being released the end of this month on Blu-ray.
That was fast.
Wasn't that just in theaters like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah. That was over 3 months ago, man.
Like, it was in theaters after X-Men, and
I mean,
X-Men is being released later. What the hell?
Last year, during the Super Bowl, was the really, really early first ever trailer of that movie.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy does not have a release date yet. Okay, then.
So, yeah, that's kind of early.
Godzilla. Godzilla comes out this week, actually.
I kicked myself. I had the money to go see it, but I just never did.
Yeah.
What movie?
I think for me it was more scheduling at the time. I just could not get out to a movie because of my work schedule. But Rosie and I have taken to, going to weekend movies whenever possible.
Yeah, I need to get Captain America when that comes out. So good.
It's out now.
Okay, I need to get Captain America.
I was just saying, it's out now. It just came out. Walmart had a big display for it.
A lot of people are saying it's better than the first one.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Oh,
I really like the
absolutely.
I've heard it's a lot better.
I don't know.
Again,
I haven't seen it, but
the first one's a 2.5-hour origin story. The second one's actually just a contained story. It's why
I can understand the reason for a Captain America origin story because people, even in their teenager and even early 20s, me included, don't fully know the Captain America origin story.
And that's fine. I'm simply saying
So,
I think number
it's
2
not
is a
one of
better
those-
movie because its ability to just tell a story.
Yeah, it's not one of those movies like Spider-Man or Batman or Superman that's had their origin story shoved down our eyes and throat for the last 20 years and they can't seem to get past doing the fucking origin story.
Yes. Do we really need to see Peter Parker get bitten by that fucking spider
How many
again?
times do we need to see Bruce Wayne's parents get shot?
How many times do we need to see fucking Superman come to Earth as a child and learn how to use his powers
We just
again?
need to do a lineup of all the different
All 10
ships
seasons
he's
of that.
landed in.
Yeah.
What Krypton, the number of different versions of fucking Krypton. And that's been an origin story for what, 60, 70 years now?
Superman is 80 years old. Superman and Batman are 80, I think, this year.
Was it 80? I was close.
75 for Batman, 80 for Superman? The 75 Superman. Also.
I don't think there's that big a gap. I thought it was only a couple of years difference.
I'm gonna find out.
Guess we'll find out. We'll
really
see.
Understood. I'm sorry. I'm talking to people in the chat.
I don't think
4 years difference.
because Superman
so
is
4 years.
so Superman's 79.
Superman is 4 years younger or older than. Than
All right. So basically, this year is the year of
right?
Batman, 75th anniversary. Next year will be all about Superman.
Hold on, I'm mathing wrong. 1 second.
Never mind.
Batman.
I would not.
1 year difference. Last year was Superman 75th. Last year was Superman 75th. So.
Oh.
There we go. I mathed
Okay,
wrong.
and apparently nobody noticed or cared. Awesome.
No, Man of Steel. That's what happened.
Oh,
you know?
that was
75th anniversary was.
That wasn't last year though.
Oh, it wasn't last year. So they used both anniversaries. They didn't release anything for Superman's anniversary or Batman's anniversary.
They released the second Superman movie.
Yeah.
There's a sequel to Man of Steel somewhere.
Hey, at least this year, just in time for the 75th anniversary, we're getting the complete 60s series on Blu-ray.
No, it's so awesome.
Yeah, I'd say that's significant.
For the 76th anniversary.
For the 76th anniversary, yes.
Very, very close to the 76th anniversary. Yeah.
that should be like
and a half.
Sir, the close enough to the 75th anniversary edition.
Yeah. Sorry if I seem really, really tired right now. It's because I'm really tired right now. I basically had to pick up Rosie earlier than I was planning to. So, which is fine. We get to spend more time together, but it just meant less sleep. So I'm operating on about 4 hours of sleep right now. Yay! And I've been out on my feet all day, basically shopping and went to a movie.
I got up early for yard sales.
Oh, by the way, Brandon, I bought minimum.
And tomorrow we're probably going to go swimming because swimming. And
what was that?
Forgot to get Rosie's pass.
I snagged minimum.
Oh, I really want to get minimum. It looks so fucking cool.
Minimum.
It's this new game on Steam. It looks really cool.
Latin says, really hope Batman vs. Superman will be at least better than Man of Steel. I still have not watched Man of Steel. I now own it. I still have not watched it.
Brandon hates it. I love it.
I was less discerning comic fan and more of a film fan. The film is fine. I just have a problem with the character portrayed.
Yeah.
See, now, with Guardians of the Galaxy, even having just sort of quickly given myself a crash course in the lore before going in and reading. I started reading the Dan Abnett series, by the way, and I'm loving it so far. Already I could see just how freaking faithful that movie was.
Yeah.
Like, it really was. I mean, I recognized characters and side characters and locations and like
now you
little
can't stop reading it in their
references.
voices.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and they really, and I was going to say also, like, the cast was freaking amazing. Like, really just nailed it. And I totally agree with what you said about Dave Bautista as Drax.
I was super surprised.
He was fantastic.
Fucking amazing.
I've watched Batista for like nearly a decade in wrestling.
Yeah.
He's never acted that good. I was pretty sure that you could put a gun to his head and he would fail to act whatever you wanted him to act. I mean, he couldn't act in a paper bag. And then this.
It was it was an interesting character with depth to it, and he had there was layers of emotion going on there, and it was very interesting. On a side note, you probably heard about there was a story about a kid with autism who really latched on to the character of Drax, and I guess wrote to Marvel or something saying thank you for putting a character with autism in such a major story, and they were like, I don't think he has autism. It's like, but what he's referring to is the fact that people with autism have difficulty with sarcasm and metaphor and things like that. They take things very literally. It's just kind of part of the way it works.
They never specifically state it, but he has autism essentially.
But yeah, and I realized, like, looking at it from that perspective, like, yeah, that's exactly the way he is.
Yeah.
And And it worked. Worked really well.
They just didn't want to make it like, yeah, this is autism. They're like, we'll just make a character with the aspects of autism.
Yeah.
That joke, it's in the fucking trailer, so don't get pissed off at me for saying it here.
Yeah.
The one where it's like, talking about fucking, oh, that one went over his head. Impossible. I would catch it.
It's like
nothing could go over my head. I would catch it. Yes. Like he does the whole thing. He takes everything completely literally. So they're using these, occasionally he'll throw an expression at him, and he'll take it completely literally, and be, baffled by it.
I just remember that I actually did pick up another game. I can't believe I forgot about this. Sean, I think you've already seen this, and I know.
I don't know.
I picked up a Famicom game. And it is. I was thinking this year. What game was I going to play for Halloween? Because I always do that. I always pick a game.
Yeah.
A horror game I was going to play for Halloween. And so I thought I
haven't decided what I'm going to start with.
I decided I was going to focus on one big one because I know this is going to take a while and it's very heavily story driven.
I want to do Costume Quest one of these years.
But
they're releasing the sequel of that this year.
Really?
So oh yeah, Costume Quest 2.
Maybe the first one will go on sale. I'll keep an eye out for that.
I never played it, but I keep being told
it's good. I played the demo. I really enjoyed it, and Stout did a Let's Play of it a couple of years ago for Halloween.
So I thought
with Limbo.
For my Halloween pick, I thought I'd go a little unique and pick Nintendo's only true horror game. Horror game with a really horrific plot.
Luigi's Mansion?
No. Zombie U.
Going all the way back to 1989, Capcom's very own Sweet Home on the original Famicom.
That's right, you keep telling me about that one.
What is the name? Every Halloween, and every time we talk about horror games, I always repeat the title, the game in which does fucked up things like erases your memory card data and resets your console. What the fuck is that game? That's another really good horror game. Eternal Darkness, thank you.
Eternal Darkness,
yeah. With InSaNiTy and shit, that's kind of cool.
It sort of blurs the line between fantasy and reality.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes.
That was so cool.
Here's the bigger question people probably have is, wait, this is a very heavily story-driven game. It's in Japanese. How are you going to play this? The Retron 5 just recently added patching ability. So I can patch it with an English translation.
There you go.
Play it English translated on a TV.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Halloween, I will be playing through Sweet Home and hopefully at some point watch the pretty cheesy movie.
There's a movie.
That is, it's actually, this is one of the few very good licensed games. So it officially is a licensed Nintendo game because the movie was made at the same time the game was being made. And in older games like this, probably the movie took longer to make. So the movie was in development first, so this officially makes it a tie-in. They tell the same story, so I want to either watch the movie first and then play this, or play this and then watch the movie. I don't know.
Are you able to do it on Twitch or no?
No, I don't have any. It's HDMI. I don't have an HDMI capture device.
Oh.
I could get the English translated ROM and play it on an emulator, but what's the point of putting the fucking cartridge?
Mine, my Hopog uses component, and then I have a component.
I don't have a capture card at all.
Oh.
So I literally have nothing to plug into said computer to capture things. I can point my camera at my screen.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, don't do that. Please don't do that.
that's really my only.
You are better than that.
You know better to just wait and get a capture card in the future.
Yeah.
But mostly, I could do.
Eventually.
What I can do is I can play.
Mm.
I'll still point my camera at the screen, but I'll play throughout the month of October every SNI.
Night, Timbit.
While we're chatting and doing
Night, Timbit.
I will play a bit of screen for you where I am in the game.
Barry66 says he'll be playing Silent Hill and Alone in the Dark. Excellent.
What version of Alone in the Dark, actually?
I don't know. I actually have the original on my 3DO.
I was going to say the very crappy new ones or the very good originals.
I have Alone in the Dark 1 and 2 on the 3DO, and they're the PC versions just ported.
I plan to play Five Nights at Freddy's, and maybe, I mean, I know you're playing Fatal Frame games, but I might play those on my own too. Those are my own plans for me.
I'd at least like to play the first Fatal Frame. I don't know if I'm going to get around to the sequels.
Oh God, you cannot play that without being on Twitch and us on audio because you need to hear me shriek and flip out.
Oh, I want him to be there when I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's, because I know he'll flip out.
I'll have to figure it out, because I don't know if I can actually patch the audio through again. I had
what
kind of
cables do you need?
Well, I have the cables. It's just something to do with the software configuration. It's changed since I did the Nuke and Pave, and I haven't been able to get it to do that again.
Have you gone to the audio settings and listened to this checkbox?
It's complicated.
You should talk about it.
Don't even throw suggestions at me at this point. It's complicated, and I'll fuck around with it and see.
Two games I want to play for Halloween are Cthulhu Saves the World and Darksiders.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of Fatal Frame, though, I read an interesting article about
the Stanley Parable.
There is a new Fatal Frame coming out.
Yes, I know. I heard about it.
I posted a link in our personal chat about it.
That's probably where I heard about it.
Where it's pretty much, for some people, that would be the reason, like Sean, it would be the reason to get a Wii U. Because right now it's only coming to the Wii U and it uses the gamepad as your camera.
Oh, such a great use for it, too.
So you push a button to pull up the reticle, then you have to hold the remote up to the screen and move it around to act like your camera.
It's so fucking cool.
The only problem I had with that was just the way that they fucked, just the characterizations of the characters in the new game, the new Fatal Frame game.
I don't know.
Particularly the main character, she has the shortest fucking skirt you have ever seen in your life.
Oh, yeah.
The longest legs you've ever seen on any woman before in your life. When
Wait.
she gets startled, her boobs
sexualize
shudder and
It's
shake.
incredibly sexist.
It's incredibly sexist. I'm just like, this is a Nintendo game?
Oh, the Fatal Frame.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexism aside,
Yeah.
from what I could see, like I said, it was in Japanese, so I couldn't tell what they were saying. But from the imagery, what I could tell, it looks like it's a remake of the first one.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's set in the same location.
Now, hold on a second. Roth says, I've completed all 4 Fatal Frames. 4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When was there a 4th one? I was only aware of 3.
I believe it's on...
PS3, I think, is the last one.
Is it PS3?
I think so.
No.
It's
Hasn't
Japanese. I don't think it ever came here.
Hasn't been any on PS3.
Fatal Frame.
Oh, it was on the Wii.
Oh, that's why.
It came out in 2008.
Yeah.
On the Wii.
Fucking
In Japan
console
only, too.
exclusive.
So.
Oh, well, there
It
you
was,
go.
yeah, it was canceled for a US and a PAL release.
Okay. So let's see. For PS1, just give you a rundown of what I've got here. PS1, we got Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the original Silent Hill. Oddworld's a little bit horror-y. It's just kind of weird.
Horror-y. Yeah.
We got
It's dark, for sure.
It's definitely dark. Yes. We got Medieval and Castlevania Chronicles.
Yay, Castlevania.
Oh, and the original Dino Crisis. There you go. So that's what it for horror
We are
stuff.
holding Sean to
It
the ground
says-
and forcing him to play Dino Crisis.
Okay. So there's the PS1 selections. PS2 got the original Siren, Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And then finally PS3. I've got a lot of PS3 stuff here. We got Amy, which I started playing last year and never got back to. Let's see here. I Am Alive, which isn't strictly horror, but it is survival in a post-apocalyptic setting.
Can be horrific.
Master Reboot, which I think is one I'm going to play. I've been really wanting to dig into that one. Looks good, kind of a horror cyberspace type thing. I got the Alien Breed trilogy, of course. Classic sci-fi horror action there.
And those are my PC I need to play through.
Got the original Alien Breed, of course. The Amiga version and the enhanced version. All ported to PS3. Got Ghostbusters, Sanctum of Slime. Got, what else? Anything else? The rest all demos? Oh, and Siren Blood Curse. There we go. And I got a few demos as well. Like Zombier, Scary Girl. Rosie and I were playing that a little bit.
Oh yeah, you
Blood
just played
Knight.
Outlast. Oh my god.
Alien Rage.
Oh
That's
god.
pretty horror.
I want to see you play Outlast.
Outlast?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
It's a survival horror game in a mental asylum where all these all mental patients have escaped.
So I'm actually thinking, as much as I would love to hear you shrieking, I might actually just do the horror games on my own.
What's the fun in that?
Your life, man.
Because it's
I
scary.
don't care.
Because it's scarier that way, rather than having conversations going on when it's.
Well,
it's
okay,
better
we'll
to
just
be
not bring
quiet.
Brandon.
Shut up.
The other problem is with the sound delay. So when you're reacting to things, it's like
That's true.
it's like 20 to 30 seconds later, and it's just I just like to try it on my solo for a while.
It's your life, it's your channel. I ain't no sweat off my balls.
Yeah, but I definitely wanted you to at least be there. We can
Well,
still
I don't know if
chat
it
and
can be.
stuff.
It just depends on when you do it.
Well, yeah, this is true.
It's the 21st to the 4th, the 21st of October to 4th, I'm going to be in Sacramento. So.
Well, I'll definitely be doing something that week. That's the week of Halloween. So, we'll see.
Well,
Catch what you can.
I will make the damnedest to get to League of Extraordinary Cinephiles and Saturday Night Insanity. That's all I'm going to be able to do for sure.
Alright.
Ralph goes, yes, do it solo like the Dead Space videos. The Dead Space videos weren't solo.
Well, actually, the first two were. My original playthroughs were.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I redid them live, and it's a group thing. But, Roth is very adamant about that. He says, play it the way it's meant to be played. Well, see,
shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Roth. Don't make me devoice you and kick you out because you're a dickhole.
See, the thing as far as horror games go is doing it solo means I have more control over how I'm presenting it and everything. I can make it more of an experience for the viewer, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I found that
I don't know,
as fun as it is to have the whole gang along for the ride, it does detract from the horror aspect of it. So.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just going by some of the most popular Let's Plays that I've seen on YouTube that would hit the most numbers, the highest one at least. Seem to have like one or two people. It's like 2 or 3 people total.
Yeah,
it's like it's seeing a group of people go through the horror experience together.
Yeah,
I'm just saying and solo usually the long spurts of no talking, of just somebody walking through a dark hallway. People just they're not interested. They get bored and try.
Because there was a trailer, there was a gameplay video I saw of Silent Hills, the new Silent Hill game coming out.
PT.
Which that one, and whoever was playing it, there was like a girl playing it who was just like commenting on everything and using her own lingo, which I didn't understand half of what she was talking about.
I think
It is old, Sean.
And
I didn't want to say it, but he's right.
Well, and then there was also, there was moments where things were quiet, and there was some other guy in the chat who just would not shut up, who just kept talking and talking and talking, and then she would comment, and then she would laugh, and then it was just like, wow, you were really ruining this for me. So I just want to experience. I mean, Silent Hill is about the quiet and the atmosphere and the dread. So if you're talking and joking and laughing through the whole thing, it doesn't make it as good an experience. So yeah, so we'll I'll take you through the horror of Fatal Frame, but you know.
But damn it, we're there for Dino Crisis because it's not about.
Well, I mean,
yeah, it's not a very scary game.
No, and the other thing is just a matter of whether or not I can get it set up the same way it was before, because my whole configuration has changed quite a bit for the past year. Dr. Gonzo, I am not entirely sure when I'm twitching next. I know I've been talking about it for ages. I've renewed my I renewed my XSplit license for 3 years, like 2 months ago. Maybe I'll try to set it up this weekend. Maybe do something.
Dr. Gonzo is apparently the only person that has a lisp in text.
Twitching?
I didn't get that. I actually just read it.
I am working late nights for the next few weeks. So there may be some late night sessions. I don't know. We'll see. Which reminds me, I need to go into the video archives and save them all as highlight videos before they get removed. That's a project I need to get on. Luckily, I've got the Twitch Turbo, which archives the videos for up to 60 days, but there's no guarantee of that, so I need to... The only way to archive them permanently is to have them saved as highlight videos, so I'm just going to split them up into highlight videos, which is fine. But highlight videos can be up to 2 hours in length, which I don't think any of my episodes are any longer than 2 hours. Maybe more than 2. Yeah. So who is it that owns Twitch now? Is it Amazon?
Yep.
Okay. So I know Google was in the running, and then Amazon just came up out of nowhere. No, here's $1 billion. Thank you. Good, because Google was going to make it a hell of copyright hell. I don't think Amazon will be so sticky about that.
No, that's why everyone was like, "Oh, we're still mad that they're being bought out by a big major company." I'm just like, just be happy it's not Google.
One thing that is nice to know, and Brandon told me this, I'm hoping it's actually true. Apparently, we can fucking stream games on Geeky TV.
Oh yeah?
Like now, if we wanted to.
How?
I don't know.
Okay.
You have to ask him.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess you'd have to stream it on YouTube.
On the YouTube?
On the YouTubes.
See, I don't know how to do that. I know how to do this on YouTube. I don't know how to patch the Twitch stream in there.
Yeah. I've always
it wouldn't be through Twitch. It would be...
I think so is a lot of people. They've been overly confused about the whole copyright thing with video games on YouTube. And, see, I don't get, like, what YouTube is doing.
Yeah.
When they're getting so adamant about not having gameplay video and gameplay video is copyright, blah, blah, blah. And yet, they strike up a deal with PlayStation to add direct PS4 footage uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
What, so you could instantly flag it and take it down?
Yeah, I know. Like, make up your mind. You want us doing gameplay videos or not? Like, make up your fucking mind.
First, you go on this whole tirade about and telling all these developers that you guys have the rights to take down these videos because even recording gameplay footage is still stealing a copyright. And yet you turn around and make a deal with PlayStation to allow direct YouTube upload from a game console.
Yeah. Sorry, I should answer this. JL is just asking if I got tickets for ET on the 15th, because ET is showing in having a limited theatrical run here. Sadly, no. I realized that just because of the timing of when it's showing, there's no way I can go to see it because I'm working. So basically, instead of going to see ET in the theaters, we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy today. That said, I do agree with your, you know, what you've said on numerous occasions, JL, that I've always thought of it more as a Halloween movie anyway, so I'd rather watch it with Rosie when it's a little closer to Halloween. And then, you know, yeah.
I get to see Beetlejuice on the big screen. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, that would be pretty... I've never seen Beetlejuice on the big screen.
And Bride of Chucky.
And Bride of Chucky. Interesting. Do you have like a second run theater there, or?
Oh no! It's gonna be when I'm in Sacramento. There is There's like 5 second run theaters.
Oh, nice.
Like indie theater scene.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And so on Halloween, they're doing Rocky Horror at midnight, of course. Yeah. Of which Iguana Girl is in the show for, you know.
Oh really? That's awesome.
Yeah. She works in Rocky, and they're also doing Troll 2 on the 10th, and some other movie. Repo Genetic Opera, the other.
Never seen that one.
Film. Well, so I'm going to see a Shadowcast for the first time in like 6 or 7 years. That'd be kind of cool.
Right.
But before that, they're doing Bride of Chucky, so I'm going to see that for free also. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, for
no
sure.
problem, James. Yeah, I mean, I shared with James an article that they did a study that shows that it's very likely that at least half of all gamers are women. So the whole stereotype and the stigma that women don't play video games.
Bullshit.
I got a comment on last week's Saturday Night InSaNiTy here. I just wanted to answer. From Mega Commandy. Says, "Hi, Sean. I've been a long-time viewer here for a couple of years now. I noticed you don't do reviews anymore. Did something happen? Anyways, really enjoy your reviews because you know what the fuck you talking about. Cheers, sir." Well, thank you, Mega Commandy. I appreciate the comment. I have not stopped doing reviews. Don't worry. I've just been taking a bit of a break because, quite frankly, work's just been wiping me out. And also, it was a really hot summer, and the heat further wiped me out. I just did not have... Because basically it would mean having to film videos with the fan off and everything, and the windows closed, so there'd be no airflow. So I'd be just sitting there slowly melting in a pool of my own pit stink.
As the video went on, and you get more takes, you just get more and more dramatic.
I got this Blu-ray. Oh, God. But, yeah, so I decided just to kind of take the summer off. And, yeah, now that the weather's cooling down, we're getting back, getting a nice fall weather. I hope to be getting back to that very, very shortly. I've actually got some packages that I received a few weeks ago that I still need to do package opening videos for. I've also got some updates. Anybody who comes to the live chat, it'll be kind of stuff you've seen before, but I'll talk about it in a little more in-depth, obviously, in the videos. But yeah, there will be more coming. Just kind of taking a break, focusing on work right now, trying to get some sleep. I've also been working on other projects, like other video projects. In particular, a big one is working on my VHS capturing project. Example, just a random stack here. Bunch of tapes. I got Transformers.
I'm sorry, what?
Transformers episodes, some old Max Headroom episodes. They're just a whole bunch of random shit. A lot of stuff I have on DVD, but these are some of the first things I ever taped, so I wanted to keep the first airings and stuff, and they're kind of special to me personally. So that's a big project. I mean, you see the stacks of VHS tapes behind me. That's after I've already captured several terabytes worth of stuff from those tapes. There's still that much left and more. So it's going to be an ongoing project for a while.
The stuff I'm using right now is called Girl Scout cookies and tastes nothing like Girl Scout cookies. So I'd like to point that out to the world. Don't get the Girl Scout cookie. It doesn't taste like Girl Scout cookies.
It is time for Doritos.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Snozberries.
The weed tastes like fucking grass because it's not actually.
What does it taste?
I know you'll
What does it taste like, Ralph? It tastes like burning.
I know you'll like this information. Now, nothing is confirmed with what I'm about to say, but I got the information from a pretty reliable source. I was watching the Tested podcast called Still Entitled, and that's with Adam Savage from Mythbusters and a couple other guys. He is a huge movie buff and a big movie fan.
Yeah, he works for films.
Yeah, he works for ILM, sorry. ILS.
ILM? Good old ILM.
Industrial Light and Magic. And he recently went and saw, not too long ago, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair.
Yeah.
which is the 4-hour cut of both movies put together into one epic film.
In color. It has all the black and white stuff in color, yeah.
Yeah, so he was talking with directly with the director and managed to squeeze out the fact that they... now, he used the term might, but they are working on something in the form of a Blu-ray release of said movie.
I've actually heard about that. But
yeah, it's been rumored for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's been rumored for a long time, but we may now have solid evidence to say that they are actually in production of a Whole Bloody Affair Blu-ray release.
Yeah, the latest news seems to be that it may actually happen now. So,
which is awesome.
14 years later.
What they're saying, everyone who's seen it says that is the version of the movie, of both those movies to see. Yeah, there are scenes that have been removed to kind of make continuity make more sense.
Yeah.
And actually scenes have been added. But there are certain things that happen in the movies that are much more dramatic that are talked about.
I've heard that the anime sequence, the origin of Oranishi, is actually longer in that version.
That is correct. There's a couple more minutes of footage that they had made.
There's a major plot point at the end of the second movie that is usually in the versions we have now are hinted at in the beginning of the movie, and that's completely taken out now. So the big shocking thing that happens at the end of the second movie is now truly a big shocking thing because you've been watching it for 4 hours. So it makes it much more dramatic. So this is all from Adam Savage saying that it's a lot more shocking to the system when you find that out, instead of having that thing happen at the beginning of the movie. It's almost like a flashback or like a bridge between the two movies. So I'm not revealing what it is because I know that there are people, me included, who have actually never seen the Kill Bill movies.
What? You've never seen Kill Bill?
You've never seen Kill Bill? Okay, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for that.
What do you mean there's no excuse? I was never into those kind of movies. I didn't get into like the Western style and that kind of action movie until much later in my life, and then it kind of faded off the planet and no one talked about it and I never got into it. So.
But you love Jackie Chan movies. You love kung fu movies.
It's literally right up your alley.
I
know that I
those
understand
kinds of movies.
I know that I understand that now.
Into those kinds of movies.
Yeah, when they first came out, no, I did not see those movies.
Kill Bill is all kung fu and anime. How are you not into those things?
No. He said he wasn't when those came out.
When those came out, I was not.
Yeah.
Yes, I liked Jackie Chan movies ever since I was a kid, but the thing is, I was a kid.
But here's the thing: those came out like 11 years ago, so there's still no excuse. You come into those things, therefore.
We should all rally together and buy Eric the Blu-rays.
Yes.
They're pretty cheap.
Well, you could buy them probably for $5.
Like $7 at most, I think. That's most I've seen them
for.
Actually,
you can get a double bill one for like $7. That was both of them.
Yeah.
And it's just a repackage. It's the exact same disc you get in the individual editions.
Only reason I had individual editions because
nothing.
They were gifted to me. I was actually waiting for them to just bundle them together like that. And my friend's like, "Here, Merry Christmas!" Like, "Oh, cool, awesome." Like, I noticed you don't have them anymore, so here you go. Woohoo!
Yeah, and I got the steelbooks because they were there and they were cool. So.
Dude, if I could get the steelbooks, I'd get the steelbooks. You know that. You know that.
Those ones actually are pretty sexy. I really like the alternate artwork on them.
I like while watching Kill Bill, I can literally go like Genji Fukasaku's, painted skin, or sorry, Tattooed Life is the American title. I could like tell you every shot and what movie it's from, and where like I could literally write a book about that.
If we ever watch it together, please don't do that. Thank you.
Of course I won't do that. I'm saying I could do that because I know I pretty much own most of the movies that it's inspired by, except for the biggest inspiration, Lady Snowblood.
Yeah,
I don't own that. It's been out of print for a while. So
I noticed a bit of an aside to the Hakenden as well.
Yep.
In fact, there's a moment in it that's almost straight out of the Huckenden.
And there's some Lone Wolf and Tub references.
I can see that.
And there's actually a lot of Pinku film references in that, which I was surprised by. So I didn't know about Pinku film until later, you know. I should have known that there'd be something like that in there, because Tarantino's like a slightly older me, you know. Slightly more autistic.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Did you say slightly more autistic?
Yes. I don't know. I just. It's actually really. It's actually.
I'm pretty sure he gets sarcasm, but okay.
I know. Actually, it's actually kind of offensive. I actually went a little far with that. That's all right.
Yeah. Obsessive does not necessarily mean autism.
He's watching.
I know.
He's watching right now, and he's like, "This kid, he's dead to me."
Oh, God. Tarantino and I would have the nerdiest fucking discussion. And at the end of it, we would hate each other. It's that thing where you're so similar to somebody that you just can't deal with them, because it's like having two of you in the universe.
Me, it would be Kevin Smith.
What's that?
That'd be Kevin Smith for me.
Yeah, someone who you like get along with, and then you by the end of the conversation you hate them. Yeah.
Probably, because
I can see that. Yeah.
A lot of the things I hear coming out of his mouth are often things that I have thought he just says them better.
And he's famous, so he says them, and people listen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the Kevin Smith that didn't make it.
Sure.
Fuck you, Stout. Just fuck you. That's true. Ninkyo says, I loved how you cast so many of the classic Yakuza film actors. Now.
And over the couch and what? Oh, hi. Holy shit, murder the fucking rat that's barking in my living room.
There is a rat barking in your living room?
It's my fucking dog.
Oh. So if you have a barking rat, maybe other problems.
It's the little shit dog.
Another thing Rosie and I did was made the rounds through the big mall today and the vicinity to check out all the Halloween stuff that's begun to emerge. We started seeing hints of it about a week ago, but this week most of the big displays are up. Costumes are out, decorations are out, stuff like that, so we're checking that out. Picked up a few things at the dollar store, which you'll see in the Halloween dungeon. Once we're probably going to do some work on that tomorrow.
Medium large.
Duncan!
We got to get organized, pull out all the
It's
Halloween
Mr.
stuff.
T in his house!
No. Mr. T. T-E-A.
Yep, T-E-A, correct.
Rob asks, you started double layering your collection yet, Z? Well,
I was.
You see that shelving in it there, which you can barely see in the shadows? That is all double layered, top to bottom.
You need to recatalog your collections.
Yes, I do. I really do. Seems like every time I do it, I put it off again for months and go on a big buying binge, and then it's all outdated again.
I was very meticulous about nothing getting put on the shelf until it was entered into the database. Very meticulous, to the point where I had a stack of, like, 8-foot tall stack of DVDs that didn't get on the shelf because I was lazy and not putting them into the fucking database.
See, similarly, in my case, it's I don't put them on the shelf until I do an update or review video about them. So I end up with a stack of stuff, and sometimes, if it's been a particularly bingeful month, I'll have multiple stacks organized.
Yep.
Like, okay, this will be the sci-fi update. This will be the horror one. This will be the comic books. You know, so I'll have this spread of stacks.
Yeah, no, I had the same problem, but it was me. See, it'd be easy for you to keep them updated once you get them updated, though.
Yes.
Because you would add
it that way.
Your review. If you didn't do your review, you would then enter it in the database.
There you go. Just put it all together.
Yeah.
That would work. Maybe I'll do that one of these days when I don't feel lazy.
You lazy motherfucker.
Yeah. May end a little early this week, folks, because I'm really tired.
Oh wow.
I'd actually also like to see if I can get the capture card configured again, so that I can just go click. We're on Twitch.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah.
And I will go talk to a very lovely person.
Plus, I've got a bunch of demos sitting here on the PS3 that I want to do some first impressions playthroughs of and get them off the PS3. Or buy the full versions if I like them.
I might play PT for Halloween too. It's
PT?
just a demo, but yeah.
It's only on PS4 though, isn't it?
I have PS4. I have it downloaded.
Yes, I know, but for those of us who don't, I am clarifying.
Yes, I'm sorry.
For those who might be wondering.
Only half the people in this video have PS4s.
Yes.
Sorry.
The other half are poor. Poor for that, I should say.
That it does, Barry. Barry66 says, I'm in the process of moving. Packing sucks. Yes, it does.
Oh, so I hate it. I did it 4 times in 1 year, and oh my god, I hate it.
Quack34 is saying, trying to decide if I should binge watch the Beetlejuice cartoon or Real Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Both excellent Halloween-y choices. Rosie and I kind of binge watched Beetlejuice when the set first arrived. So we'll probably be tackling Real Ghostbusters this year just because we just saw the movie together in its recent 30th anniversary re-release in theaters. So, yeah.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Hells yeah. I mean, at the very least, we'll watch the first couple seasons or whatever.
My Halloween plans are all the Halloweens.
All the Halloween.
I ordered the box set. I'm gonna watch them all with freaking commentary, you know.
Yeah, I'll at least get the box set. I don't know if I'm gonna get around to watching all of them this year, but actually,
most of the collections in storage is pretty much all I have. That and Scream.
Yes, the one I want to do this year, another collection I plan to buy this Halloween is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection, and I'd like to watch those because it's actually the 30th anniversary of that franchise this year. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what that was.
I forgot I was so zonked just now that for 30 minutes I realized my camera was pointing at the ceiling.
That strange guy is asking, Sean, just asking, when are you going to get a PS4? Well, I don't really have a set time frame in mind. It'll be when it is. Actually, what I'd like to do is get a second PS3 before I do that, just to have as a backup and for Rosie to play on. Yeah. So.
Quack34, I absolutely am a fan of the Rob Zombie Halloweens, both of them, in their unrated forms.
Nice. Barry66 says, what's worse, massive game of movie collection or the furniture? I'd say probably packing up the massive game and or movie collection is probably the biggest pain in the ass, just because there's so much.
You get a system.
Yeah. I mean, actually, no, the movies aren't so bad. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, obviously, but I mean, they all fit nicely in a box.
Yeah, you have a system. It's easier to do that.
It's when you start to get into the miscellaneous shit that's laying around that you forgot about, like little knickknacks and whatnot. Like, oh, fuck, how am I going to pack this up? And And you get towards the end of the move and just end up throwing things into boxes, higgledy-piggledy, not even caring about organization by that point. It's like, I just want to get this shit out of here. But,
and you hate yourself afterwards when you're looking for shit at the new place.
God damn it, where did I put that thing that I really need now?
Well, you just fucking threw it in there like, there you go, tape it up, we're going.
It was in random box number 78. God damn it.
So, Remaker asked me what my opinions are of each Halloween movies. Love 1 with a passion, like 2, love 3 with a passion, 4 and 5 are okay, 6 is meh, and then H2O and Resurrection I wish never existed. That's pretty much where it goes. And then I'm absolutely in love with Rob Zombie's Halloween.
You're in love with it? Really? You like them that much?
I will. They are some of my favorite horror films.
Really?
They're in my top. Both of them together as a single item on that list because it's a continuing story. They're in my top 25. I mean, like.
Really?
Of all time horror films, yeah.
Out of all the horror movies out there in all of history.
Yes.
You put those two in your top 25. Really?
Yes, as a single entry.
As a single. Well. As any entry in your top 25.
Absolutely love those movies.
That really shocks me.
Devil's Rejects is also on that list.
Devil's Rejects is good though. I mean that's like good and proper.
So's Halloween
disturb you horror.
Like,
I was gonna say I was actually surprised by how dark Devil's Rejects was.
Twisted. Compared
to House of a Thousand Corpses, which is comparatively, tongue-in-cheek and just off the wall.
Very old schoolish, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like Devil's Rejects feels like it's a kind of sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses, but it goes in such dark directions compared to the previous one.
I have a question.
Absolutely.
So it works. I really like both of them, though. I really enjoy both of them.
Is Lords of Salem a sequel to those, or is that its own movie?
No, it's its own
movie. Lords of Salem is good.
Yeah.
I think most people don't get it. I think it's too heady for most people.
Really?
It's probably one of the most heady horror films I've seen in a long time. Like, it's very, like, so much symbolism. I want to say it's like Pan's Labyrinth and symbolism, but not in visual quality. So, like, Pan's Labyrinth's, like, basically a full motion painting and beautiful and amazing in every shot. Lords of Salem's still rough around the edges because it's a hardcore horror film.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh.
I liked Rob Zombie's Halloween. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I got the Blu-ray, so I'll be watching that for Halloween this year.
He got the Blu-ray, and then literally a week later, the box set was announced. It was really funny. He was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." Everything.
Yeah, whatever.
I know. I
was going to get the fucking box set anyways. I'm sorry. You like 4, 5, and meh on 6. I think after 3, the Halloween series seriously go fuck itself. Just, all of those 4, 5, 6, H2O. They all fucking suck. They all fucking suck. Granted, I haven't seen H2O since like the 90s.
It's okay. It still sucks.
Yeah. I remember liking 4 and 5, but I haven't seen them since they were.
4 and 5 they're good, but they're not like.
Oh, I've seen them recently. They're not good.
4 and 5 are like good indie horror films. I'm sorry. It's like a low budget. I feel to it, but 6, it's like what black guy? It's ritual. What? Why they're saying like just? Oh my god, so many problems. And I had not seen the producer's cut, which I'm very much looking forward to doing.
So, hoping that it's an improvement, much like the Alien 3 producer's cut was.
Yeah, it's an improvement, but not as much as Alien 3 producer's cut. Like it's an improvement, but still bad.
Yeah. I think that's the last one I saw. Was the 6th one.
The last one in theater, and no, that went home straight to video, right?
I saw it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, H2O is that one theater. Did Resurrection get a theatrical release? So was it only 4, 5, and 6 that I didn't get theatrical? Maybe
I thought
I'm
4 and
asking.
5 did get theatrical.
I don't think they did.
I think they
seen
did.
It
Yeah, it'd been
Remaker
long.
notes.
But... Oh, Random James asked if I've ever seen Cube. Yes, multiple times. I've not seen any of the sequels, but yeah, I bought the DVD of Cube a while back, just because it was highly recommended by multiple people. Watched it, fell absolutely head over heels in love with it. Watched it like a dozen more times, and ended up selling it because I believe there's a Blu-ray out. Wanted to get the Blu-ray, but yeah, I thought Cube was fantastic. Really, just a brilliant, brilliant film.
Mary626 says, thoughts on Nightmare on Elm Street reboot? I will speak for everyone when I say this.
I did a video about it somewhere. I'll leave it up to you to find it.
Figure that shit out.
Yeah, it's there. It'll be, it may be just an update video, but a combined update / review video. If you just search Nightmare on Elm Street in my videos, you should find it.
Really
Alright, take care, JL.
It was okay, but
It was a little bit less than okay. It was like...
I had a lot of issues with it.
I had a lot of issues with it, yeah. It wasn't awful. It wasn't the worst horror film I'd seen that year either, but it was pretty bad.
There were problems.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean... I don't know.
I mean, it being completely unnecessary to be made in the first place, being
Well,
the first problem, but...
That's a more morality thing, not morality thing. There's a word for that I'm looking for. Anyway, it's that. It's not nothing to do with the actual art.
No, it's not a morality thing. It was unnecessary to make it.
No, morale was the wrong word.
No, the series was done. Move on. Do something else. You know.
New Nightmare was so good.
Beating a dead horse. Yeah, I love New Nightmare. I thought
it's
it was
actually my favorite movie. I don't think it's the best movie. It's my favorite movie of the series. Yeah, absolutely.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole meta aspect of it. I thought it was really, really clever, actually, and very well done. Because to me, it was like taking the ideas of the first one, where the first one was all about blurring the line between reality and the dream world, and then this one was for taking that a step further, blurring the line between reality, the dream world, what is the movie we're watching, and what is the movie they're making in the movie we're watching.
Yeah, it's meta upon
so
meta.
many lines get crossed and blurred, and it works so well.
And it's really good.
Yeah, I really liked that a lot.
I remember getting like shit reviews when it came out.
Yeah, I couldn't understand it. I don't understand why so many people don't seem to like that one, because I thought it was really clever and very well executed.
And that was like... That was like it was early 90s, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, I think so.
Because
maybe late 90s.
That was one of the first movies in which I saw, in the movie, the magic of making a movie.
Yeah.
They're showing the animatronic parts, and I'm like, and that fascinated me. I used to watch like TV specials on movies all the time.
Yeah.
A thing called movie magic was a big thing for me, and so when I saw that movie, I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. And so back then, there was no internet, but I would have ended up finding things like, you know, FX and FX2.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, there are other movies of that, but man, that was just so cool to me, just to see it in the movie as part of the movie. It's also incredibly meta.
Yes. Junix asks, again, Sean, favorite Real Ghostbusters episodes?
The ones with Sam Hain, I can't remember what they're called.
The Halloween. Hold on. There was The Night Halloween Was Forever.
That's right. Yeah.
And then there was one, I think it was called just Halloween 2.
But those are the only ones I've seen in the last 15 years. So.
He has cameo appearances in a few others as well. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of the later episodes. I mean, I have the set. I still haven't sat down and watched the whole thing. I mean, it's a lot of episodes to go through. But the ones I most remember were ones from the first couple of seasons. honestly, I don't know. I can't sort of pinpoint specific episodes. I liked the series as a whole, especially those earlier ones, because I just found they really got the balance between horror and comedy right, and it was so much edgier than a lot of other cartoons that were on TV at the time. Like they really made an effort to push the envelope of what they could get away with.
Yep. And
did a great job, and really top-notch animation as well. Like Geek was really just at the top of their game with that one. I liked ones with the Boogeyman. I thought the Boogeyman was a great character, and they really played into the whole fear of nightmares and everything, and monsters under the bed sort of thing. The Boogeyman was in a few episodes actually, but there was that. There was one that actually Rosie really likes, and it's one I enjoy as well. Forget what the name of the episode is called. It was one where some subway workers discover a door, this door knocker on it, and the door knocker starts talking and says, "Do not open until doomsday." And of course, they accidentally open the door, and it literally unleashes hell on Earth.
Oh, wow! So, I think I remember that. Like that part of the door knocker.
Yeah, it's like, "Do not open until doomsday." And then, of course, they open the door. Okay, let's open it.
Because they're like, what? I don't understand. Oh, God!
That's the worst that could happen.
Okay, Larry, you open the door then.
This subway's got to be built, and it's going to be built. Open the door.
One of my favorites one where the Ghostbusters get stuck inside the containment unit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, actually.
I was hoping I remembered that episode.
I
remember that episode.
I don't know that it's what they got stuck in there. I think it was they had to go in to retrieve somebody. So they had to actually go in. Yeah. So, of course, needless to say, these ghosts all have a bit of a bone to pick with them. So it's extremely dangerous. But
I remember that being one of my first introductions to surrealism, actually. Like, that's a very surreal episode, if I remember. Like, as my memories remind me. I mean, I don't know how surreal it actually is.
They played around. They played around with stuff like that a fair amount. I remember there was another one where they ended up trapped in a cartoon world. And it was like one of Ray's favorite children's cartoons. And so they were kind of making fun of the rules of being in a cartoon world. So, for example, there's one part where they... and there's like this cartoon cat or somebody who's kind of like being their guide and helping them get through the cartoon world without being killed. And so at one point they end up getting soaked. They fall in a lake or something. And they're like, "Oh, we're all soaked. What are we going to do? It's going to take forever to dry off." And the cat's just like, No. Just walk off frame. It's like, oh, okay. So they walk off frame, and they walk back, and they're completely bone dry. It's like, see, works every time.
That's ridiculous and awesome. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And the whole episode is filled with little references to, cartoon cliches like that. It's a lot of fun. But, there's a lot of great episodes in there. It's hard to pinpoint just a few because there's so many, especially in those early seasons. Plus, it's been a while since I've watched them, so they're not really fresh in my mind at the moment. Ask me more around Halloween when Rosie and I start binge watching them. Yes, I want to play that remake. Our remaker says, "Seriously, Sean, play Ghostbusters, the video game. You'll have a great time." Yeah, I've been meaning to for ages. I should pick that one up. I have the PSN one, Sanctum of Slime, which is basically a twin-stick shooter disguised as a Ghostbusters game. But and that one's fun. I don't mind that one. It's got its own little charm. But yeah, I definitely want to play Ghostbusters the video game because it's the closest we'll get to the Ghostbusters 3 we always wished would happen.
I think that they should take these ideas and the scripts they've been done and turn them into video games that they're not going to make a movie. I want to see all these things turn out, all they talked about.
No, just this week, Bill Murray was talking about that. He was talking about he wanted to see a all-female Ghostbusters for the next Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
Which would be
and Kristen Wiig,
and hilarious.
He said Kristen Wiig should be in it, and she responded, "I will do anything that Bill Murray tells me to
do." That's funny.
Goddamn right you will.
Sorry, just
Did he drop out again?
Mr.
Jane. Just help us decipher what he said.
I'm getting my ass handed to me on some missions that I shouldn't have been playing because I was too low of a level.
Uh-huh.
Welcome back.
Oh, there's an interesting question. That strange guy says, Sean, if Marvel came to you and asked you to write a movie for them, what comic series or what comic storyline? Oh, that's actually a pretty good question. It would depend on what they wanted. Like, if it was going to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, obviously there's other things you got to take into consideration. It's got to have a little bit more mass appeal. It's got to be something that can be tied into the other movies. And one of the biggest hurdles is they don't have the rights to some of their biggest franchise characters, such as Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, right now. So you can't do anything with them. I don't know. It's hard to say. If they were just to do like a standalone thing, actually, I'd love to see a properly done Howard the Duck movie. There's been fan speculation that, are they planning on revisiting Howard the Duck because of, something recently. But
And you can't describe or discuss for reasons.
yes.
Anyway.
Honestly, I think that was kind of more of a throwaway gag, more than a hint at something to come. But
That's what they've said about it.
Yeah, like my take on it was, having actually seen it now. I think it was just a throwaway gag, but
it was throwaway gag, but then the response was so big that they're like, we're not against it. That's what they said. They said, what, I can't remember his name, the guy who runs all the production, said, I'm not against, I would love to see Howard on screen. That's all he said. If everything's coming, that means he would love to see it,
Yes.
He does have some sway. It might happen, it may not.
Yeah. It would be
a very good video game, though. I think it'd be kind of cool.
I think, having read the original comics multiple times, because I just love the old Howard comics, I think they're brilliant and hilarious, and full of social commentary and just some great satire. I know the potential is there to do a really smart, witty, funny movie with some bite to it. The character is a great character, and there's some great stories that they could draw on. Unfortunately, the movie that we did get, it focused just solely on the cheesy duck puns that permeated the comic from time to time. And now, in the comic, they were spread out over like 3 years worth of comics. In the movie, they took 3 years worth of duck puns and crammed them into like the first hour of the movie. And yeah, they're funny in small doses, but not when you're bombarded with them. So I feel like in the movie, as much as I love the movie, they focused on the wrong kind of things, and not what made the comics so great. And I think now, in this day and age, well, I mean, the world has shown it can have considerable affection for a wise-ass, smart-talking raccoon, so why not a wise-ass, smart-talking duck as well? I think the world is ready for
The
Howard.
world is finally ready for
The way
that came before its time.
Yeah.
So
The response to Rocket has proven that the world is ready for Howard. That's my point.
There was a rumor, quote unquote, that with the plan for the end of Age of Ultron was that another set of Avengers would show up.
Oh, okay.
And I just thought it'd be hilarious if it was the Great Lakes Avengers run by Howard. It'd be Howard, Squirrel Girl, and a couple other throwaway characters.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Avengers.
Yeah, pretty much. Same kind.
Avengers Cleveland chapter, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's, yeah. And then, yeah, I just think that'd be hilarious.
I don't know.
Because that's the rumor, like, well, fuck you, fanboys. We're going to do something you don't expect.
Yeah, exactly. But, so that's something that, I feel like could probably do justice if I sat down and, poured over the source material one more time and then tried to distill it into something, palatable for the fans. Something else, I would love to see. I really like Strike Force Morituri. Like we're talking just a standalone movie.
Yeah.
And there was Sci-Fi Channel was actually talking about doing a series of it a while back, but it was I saw some of the ideas they had, and it was not anything like the comic. Like they had really dumbed it down to ridiculous degrees and taken the soul out of it. And I'm glad that project never happened. But yeah, I would love to see like a properly done Strike Force Morituri movie. You know,
I would love to see the new universe, like as an HBO series.
The new universe.
Yeah.
Aren't we the only two people on Earth who actually liked the new universe?
The new universe is amazing because I'm going to totally spoil something from 20 years ago. But like, there's a character called the Starbrand, right?
Starbrand.
He's just some dude, right?
Yeah.
And he gets this tattoo thing. It gives him cosmic powers. He has no fucking idea what he's doing. He's like, "What the fuck? I don't know what I can do. You know what? Yeah. I can channel energy into things. I'm gonna take this little dumbbell and I'm gonna fly it really high so I don't cause any harm. I'm gonna see what happens when I put the energy into it."
He was basically trying to contain his energy into it. Yeah.
He does it over Pittsburgh and nukes Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a flaming hole in the ground. It's called the Pit.
They call it the Pit. P-I-T-T. Yes.
So I mean that's that's the kind of like continuity that these, and then the Pit, that event, the White event is what that's called. And
no. The White event
I'm sorry,
was...
You're right, the White event's the first thing. Right.
That was the thing that gave everybody their powers.
There's another name given for that event, the explosion that created the Pit. And so what happens is all the other characters notice this thing happen in the story. So it's like there's such interconnectivity. I would love to have like... I would probably leave Kickers Inc. off, honestly.
Kickers Incorporated? Yeah. I think they were canceled by that point anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I would totally do the other ones. You know?
Like the good ones, well, you had you had the Pit, or you had Starbrand, you had Mark Hazard Merc, you had Night Mask. I actually collected all the issues of Night Mask.
Night Mask.
Yeah, it was my favorite one too because I always liked Dreams and stuff like that. So
there was that called Psi or whatever.
There was Psi Force.
Psi Force. There you go.
There was Psi Force. There was DP7.
DP7. Yeah.
Kind of like an X-Men type of team.
I would totally do DP7. Probably do Psi Force. Probably do Starbrand.
There was Justice as well. There's another one.
And his character, the power set moved to the Marvel Universe.
He had like a thing on his hand or something like that. I forget. It's been a long time since I've read them. Then you had Spitfire and the Troubleshooters, later renamed to codename Spitfire, which was basically like a super armored suit.
Yeah, I would
team of technicians.
Probably leave those like the other three ones. I'd probably leave those three
sort of lesser ones.
Yeah, characters that show up in the other series. But, yeah. And then of course at the end of season 1, I'd do World War III.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they had because the individual titles weren't selling terribly well. I mean, there was a few that were moderately successful, so it was enough that it kept the line alive for a little bit. So they canceled the whole line. Like there was, I think, 8 series, something like that. So they canceled all of them, and then did it as a series of self-contained books. So it started with The Pit, which continued on directly after the events of Starbrand, the last issue of Starbrand, and then they had The Draft, which was where all superpowered people were being recruited, essentially. And then they had The War, which was like the war with the superpowers, basically.
World War III, wasn't it?
I think so. And then I think, like, years later, they revisited those characters.
Yep. It's called New Universal.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. And some, like, it... and then they did did a New Universal, which is actually like a rebooting of that universe.
Oh, okay. There were definitely some good ideas in there for sure. I think the problem was they tried to do a little bit too much too quickly with it, and some of the concepts came off feeling a little half-baked rather than fully realized. Like some of them were really good. Like Starbrand was really good. Night Mask was really good. DP7 was really good. I remember liking Psi Force as well. And Justice was pretty good as well. Mark Hazard Merc I thought was good, but it did kind of feel like a Punisher wannabe.
As many characters have Punisher's Inception.
Well, yeah. But
that's why he'd be a lesser character. I just didn't.
Kickers Incorporated just seemed completely ridiculous to me. I only collected it for completion's sake.
That's the only reason anyone collected it, honestly. It sold so little. I think he got 7 issues in before they're like, no.
Yeah, Spitfire the Troubleshooters wasn't bad. I think it got better as it went along. But yeah. So about half of them were really good.
Yeah, and the other, like, they're good characters in concept, except for Kickers Inc., but they're not necessarily running a show around kind of thing, you know?
Kickers Inc. is actually the only one I remember absolutely nothing about, other than it was a bunch of football players. I don't know. I still need to fill in some gaps in that collection. I've got most of them, but there's still a few that I'm missing. I'd like to get the whole set at some point. New Universe. Love how everyone else just clammed up, because we're the only two who know anything.
We're the only 2 people. We had a 30-minute conversation about the New Universe, and Eric is asleep and playing video games. Like, that's what has happened.
Yeah. I'm going to say a little about what you guys are talking about. My character in Destiny decided to fall asleep in a bush.
Really?
Perfect. Yeah, New Universe and stuff. Awesome.
Woo! Woo! I'm gonna go take a dump when you guys are done.
But Strike Force Morituri is one I would love to see something done with. I was at least happy to see that Marvel put out a reprint collection of it recently. The whole series in 3 volumes. Beautiful glossy paper and the whole works.
Let's see here.
Great stuff.
Here we go. Let's wake my character up in Destiny. Hey, wake up!
Okay.
I would probably do, if I could adapt in comic, like I had to do like a smaller thing, I would probably do like one of those smaller Vertigo stories that should have gotten more attention, like a Vampire or Filth. You know, like, those are really good stories, but they just didn't get a lot of attention. And just like Strike Force Morituri, which was very popular, but kind of way faded in the background, you're bringing back something that is worth remembering, you know?
Yeah.
I got lost there, sorry.
I don't know what's happening here. Okay.
I randomly got the fucking theme song to Game of Thrones stuck in my head.
Dude, I have had that in my head all fucking day. All fucking day. And I've not had a single fucking note from it. So I'm trying not to have this fucking happen. Now everyone's fucking singing it.
I've had Hooked on a Feeling running through my head all day.
Hooked on a feeling.
I've been listening to all day. German techno from Super Troopers.
I loved how that Ooga Chaka part became such a central, like, defining moment of the original trailer for the movie.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it really just summed it all up so perfectly. Yes, this is the Ooga Chaka movie.
Ooga Chaka.
Awesome mix.
Ooga Chaka. Ooga, ooga. Ah! Hooked on feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, as much stuff as I bought, to me, going to see Guardians of the Galaxy was the real splurge.
It burns when I pee.
Because I will be able to buy the Blu-ray like 3 times over for what we paid to see the movie in the theater.
Why is it bleeding? There's something wrong with me.
There is something wrong with you, yeah. It's not that you're singing that badly. It's something else. I'm pretty sure you were dropped as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandma used to say.
You were a kid.
Yeah, my grandma would say, you know, you're so unique as dropped as a baby. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Apparently, everyone has dropped me. Every single person in my family has dropped me as a baby.
Directly
That explains
onto your
a
soft
lot.
spot.
Was that?
Oh, I see what it did.
Well, they only dropped them on this
God.
14 or 15 times.
Perusing GameStop's website for no apparent reason whatsoever, I did discover that Disney Infinity has just introduced Groot as a playable character.
Mm-hmm.
What is your guy doing?
He is doing a dance in a bush.
Okay. Ooga chaka, ooga.
It's been like 2.5 years since I did a dance in the bush.
Ooga chaka.
Close enough.
I could run around the tower here and point to people. Or somebody. You. Hey. Hey, you.
You.
I point at you.
You just stand there pointing at him. Is this like a marketplace or something you're in?
Yeah, it's called the Tower. It's the last city
Sir,
of the
may I
Guardians.
talk to you about our
Hey,
Lord and
Phoenix,
Savior?
Point to the AI.
You.
Point.
You.
I salute you.
I point
And
to
now-
everyone.
Now I sit on your feet.
Great, you're that guy in MMOs. That's awesome. There's always
Right now,
that guy.
what's funny is right now this guy. Oh, now he sees me. I was gonna say while he was standing there, he had no idea I was here because he was in. His screen looked like this.
Oh.
So I was standing there sitting at this guy's feet,
Uh-huh.
and he just came out of menu, and I was like standing right in front of him. It's just like holy shit.
Yeah.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I still love. I was.
Hello.
I was saying this yesterday. You can make the characters run around this world as realistically as possible, and yet you could still do this. Up the stairs.
Woo!
You could still, like, ground slide upstairs. There you
Upstairs. Just like in real life.
Yes, and I found this in the beta. It's not really big, but if you just barely, or if you, like, turn your character, and, like, as you're slowly rotating, move the joystick, whee!
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
It's sort of sliding. for no reason. It's so hilarious when you have like 3 people standing around having a conversation in text and like voice chat, and then you just like slide right in between them.
Hello.
Hello.
The fact that you do it so slowly, you're there for like 5 minutes, is they just like.
Oh, that is amusing.
Oh yes. I used to be able to, as you're rotating, like get them to walk in a really weird direction. Okay, man.
Hey,
Hey!
Ludo. Are you off your 14-hour shift at Denny's or whatever?
This guy's just
Oh, is he? Oh, brutal.
staring
He's not
at
a
me.
long-ass week of work.
Oh, Random James says he was seriously rocking out to Guardians of the Galaxy in the theater and is not ashamed to say it. There you go. He does have a pretty awesome soundtrack, I gotta say.
Oh, there it goes.
Great selections of licensed music in there. So you would do that, you would side slide.
Side slide while my character is walking forward. Yeah.
Oh, they're watching you like, what?
Yeah, no.
What are you doing?
Bro, what are you doing?
Starts dancing. I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
I was watching a Ludo's video. Yes. Oh my God. So Ludo posted a video about how he's feeling right now after getting off work.
Mm-hmm.
And as expected, it's from Animal House.
I see.
Destiny. Actually, the guy Destiny in the chat. This is in the game Destiny. This is just the tower. Yeah, when you're in the tower and it's non-combat, it's a third-person mode. You can see your character, but when you actually go to like Venus and the Moon and all the other Mars and all the other planets, it's a first-person shooter.
It's first person. Gotcha.
So,
Alrighty
this
then.
area where you go to customize your character and all that fun shit. That's actually.
I totally should have just stopped the broadcast right there, randomly.
No explanation.
Is he coming back? Speaking of which, I think we're going to stop the broadcast right here.
Yeah, you should have stopped in the middle of a weird laugh.
I'm tired, and yeah, I'm gonna go.
Last bit of
I'm gonna try to figure out some wiring.
For Destiny in the chat there.
Uh-huh.
The voice of the little ghost character that talks through, that pretty much provides exposition throughout the entire game, is voiced by Peter Dinklage.
Oh, right. Yeah, I knew that actually. I remember seeing that in one of the trailers.
They're not calling it the ghost anymore. They're calling it their little Dinkle.
Their little Dinkle.
Dinkleberry.
Alrighty. Have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody.